A full 60-second timeout. Cougar foul, 21, Lydia Andrews, her third, team foul.
And it's a 16-point lead again at 43-27. Biggest lead of the ball game now.
Cougar foul, number 10, Sydney Freeman, her third, team sixth. Oakhill foul, 33, Adriana Trexler, her second, team foul. Rebound bucket.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
expertise, resources, commitment. At Sullivan Financial, we offer a team approach to financial planning, offering you a broader scope of expertise than you will likely find in any one person. Clients are our main priority, which is why we work to understand your unique circumstances and ultimately create a distinctive plan that provides a roadmap for your financial journey. Located in Mitchell, Indiana, they can be reached at 812-849-2670. That's 812-849-2670.
In 2012, the Washington County Community Foundation began working on its next big initiative, Education Matters. The goal of Education Matters is to increase the educational attainment of adults residing in our county. The initial focus has centered on adults with some college and no degree. With the assistance of scholarships and a peer mentoring program, the foundation began helping adults return to college to complete their degree or obtain a certification in 2013. Realizing that strength lies in numbers, Washington County partnered with Clark, Floyd, Harrison, and Scott counties to create Education Matters Southern Indiana. This initiative continues to build.
United Producers, Inc. We are the largest livestock marketing company in the world. We currently have 17 auction markets and 23 direct buying stations across Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan, Tennessee, and Illinois. Our goal is to market your livestock to maximize your dollar while implementing animal safety procedures. To find your local market, visit our website at uproducers.com or contact Ryan Batt at 812-620-0769. Again, that is 812-620-0769. Farmer owned, farmer values.
Is your ride not as reliable as it used to be? Eddie Gilstraps is the place to go. With 80 years in the auto industry, we know how to get things done. At Eddie Gilstrap Motors, we have an unbeaten level of commitment to buyers, unmatched customer service, a wide array of new and used inventory, and various financing options are just a few of the ways in which we serve our customers. Give us a call at 877-227-9421. That's 877-227-9421, or just visit our website. Lynx Clothing and Shoes is proud to support West Washington Senator football and wish them a great season. Stop by and see us for all your school fan gear. We offer a wide variety of tees, hoodies, hats, and more. We also offer custom screen printing and embroidery for your team, business, or event. We are conveniently located on the north side of the Salem Square and have been serving our community for over 15 years. Our hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and on Saturdays, they're 9 to 3. Stop in or call us at 812-883-4154. That's 812-883-4154. Shop local and save.
As your American Family Insurance agent, Michael Long can offer you dependable auto, home, business, and life insurance, as well as other insurance products. He's big enough to serve and small enough to care. His team and their unique backgrounds, trainings, and experiences have prepared them well to help meet your insurance needs. Additionally, as residents of your community, they understand how important it is to be there for you. Together, they are building strong partnerships that help everyone succeed. When it comes to your car insurance, you deserve more than a card tucked in your glove box. That's why American Family Car Insurance goes beyond a piece of paper or an app to give you smart, customized coverage and real peace of mind. No matter how your life changes, you can feel comfortable you will have the right auto insurance protection and support every step of the way. Not sure how much or what type of coverage is right for you? Michael Long is the person to talk to.
If you talk and they will hear you.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. And we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. Not just one time, but every chance we get. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids not only need to know the dangers and how to avoid them, they need to hear it often from you. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids and guide them through the challenges of growing up safe and healthy. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
So talk, they hear you. You can do it if you try.
Are you looking for a great HVAC person that's also local? Somebody who's from here in Southern Indiana? Then look no further than Mike Busick and Busick Mechanical Services, located in Paoli, Indiana. They offer a wide variety of services, including not only maintenance, but repairs on all of your heating and cooling needs. Got an ice maker on the fritz? They can help you with that. How about a commercial chiller or freezer? They've got your back. Is your boiler on the fritz? They can help you with that too. They even work on outdoor furnaces. Best of all, they're located right here in Paoli, Indiana. Give Mike a call at 812-498-1736. Don't worry, Mike Busick knows every aspect of the HVAC maintenance inside and out. Mike is a problem solver and can get all your equipment up and running like new. Whether it's summer or winter, then Mike is your guy. Busick Mechanical Services, HVAC done right, Paoli, Indiana.
812-498-1736.
In 2012, the Washington County Community Foundation began working on its next big initiative, Education Matters. The goal of Education Matters is to increase the educational attainment of adults residing in our county. The initial focus has centered on adults with some college and no degree. With the assistance of scholarships and a peer mentoring program, the foundation began helping adults return to college to complete their degree or obtain a certification in 2013. Realizing that strength lies in numbers, Washington County partnered with Clark, Floyd, Harrison, and Scott counties to create Education Matters Southern Indiana. This initiative continues to build.
United Producers, Inc. We are the largest livestock marketing company in the world. We currently have 17 auction markets and 23 direct buying stations across Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan, Tennessee, and Illinois. Our goal is to market your livestock to maximize your dollar while implementing animal safety procedures. To find your local market, visit our website at uproducers.com or contact Ryan Batt at 812-620-0769. Farmer owned, farmer values.
At Eddie Gilstrap, our customers are family. Rated in the top 6% nationwide in Ford dealers, we pride ourselves on our no-pressure environment, honesty, and integrity. Come see us today and discover why we're different. Eddie Gilstrap Motors.
Lynx Clothing and Shoes carries a wide variety of items from name brand clothing and shoes to sports apparel and sporting goods. We offer custom screen printing and embroidery, free gift wrapping, alternations, and layaway. Our hours are Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5:30, Friday, 9 to 6, and Saturday, 9 to 5. We are conveniently located on the north side of the Salem Square. We are a family-owned and operated business. Stop by and see us today. 812-883-4154.
Michael Long with American Family Insurance offers auto, home, business, farm, and life insurance, which includes motorcycles, boats, ATVs, UTVs, classic and antique autos, renters, manufactured homes, rentals, along with event coverage such as weddings, golf hole-in-ones, conferences, and much, much more. He's licensed in Indiana, Ohio, and Florida. For more information, look him up on Facebook to see insurance tips and to sign up for his agency giveaways. Michael Long, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof.
Welcome to West Washington Livestream. My name is Brad Mills, and I'm here with Clarksville head coach Zach Hensel. Zach, thanks for joining us. And we were talking before we got started. Year 2, Coach, how's your team this year in year 2 over there at Clarksville?
The numbers are up. We're at 45 right now. We just had 2 join this past week, and but I would say 75% of that roster is either first-year football players at the high school or haven't played in a few years. So it's getting these kids back into it. We are incredibly young in a lot of positions still. We graduated a very senior-heavy line, where this year we have 2 sophomores coming back. The rest of the line are first-year players. So, this year it's keeping these kids together, keeping our standard of G15, and just building for the future. This year we weren't expecting to come out, throwing punches. We're just here to keep everything together. I got a very big freshman-sophomore group right now that we're really building on. We're getting the junior seniors to be good leaders to kind of mold this program so that, when the sophomore class becomes seniors, that, we're out there competing each week now.
And Coach, you guys have put some miles on. I hope you got some good travel miles there on your thing, because you guys have been to Pike Central this year. Now you're coming over here to Campbellsburg with your young team there. Is it sometimes you think kind of good when you have a team that doesn't know any better to bring them on the road for 2 big games to start the year?
Yes. I mean, for us, I knew it was about a 2-hour bus ride for us last Friday. And, they did a tremendous job. We did a no cell phone policy, and they were great. They focused. They got off the bus. And the biggest thing with Pike, that the road trip was long, but we came across a 15 senior roster. They had a lot of seniors, a lot of experience who are inexperienced, and, they just punched us in the mouth week 1. But I think that, for us, outside of that going forward, the rest of the schedule, we don't have a lot of senior-heavy teams, so that was a good week 1 for us, even with the trip. And then, going with you guys are a very physical team, very athletic, physical. These kids played football, since they were little. So, I think this is good for us, where we want to play our best ball at the end of the year. This is a good, first 2 weeks of football for us.
And, Coach, you have this young team there. Has anybody really shown up for you? Maybe not even in the stat sheet, but just, your locker room or your culture. Has there been anybody really step up and really lead your team?
Yeah, we have Christian Gonzalez, who is our returning left tackle, and middle linebacker, tremendous student, great leader. He lettered in baseball as well last year, as well as football, and we're excited to have him. He's actually going to be one of our captains this year. Just very vocal, does everything right, shows up. It's one of those kids that I'm excited 2 years from now. I don't want to rush time, but he's a kid 2 years from now that our program is going to be molded around him. And then you got Christian Lee, who was a quarterback last year. He is just a very talented athlete. I had an off game last week, but, we expect good things out of him. He's probably the smartest football player on this team. And then, outside of that, we have a lot of freshmen, sophomores as a whole just taking big strides week after week. And, for us, it's still small steps when it comes to, playing teams who have been winning here and there. We're just trying to get that score cut in half this year.
That's something when you have a young team, especially when you're starting young people. We were talking about how it's kind of a mirror image. Sometimes you have some kids with not a lot of varsity experience there. You take your lumps as you go, and I do want to commend. Coach was telling me last year he finished some games with 13, and he's got 45 on his roster now. Coach, can you talk about that approach that you were talking with about your coaches, about how they're much more than just coaches to these young men?
Yeah, so we did a lot of things this off season. A lot of my coaches who don't, coach another sport. They go to basketball games to watch these guys. They go to baseball, the track meets. I myself, with a few others who are in the building, Coach Carmichael, being the basketball coach was a huge help for us as well, of just having, that academic, your character, your life outside of sports is more important to us than anything. That mentality right there, I think, is why our roster has increased tremendously, because a lot of these kids see us as father figures when they're at school. And just checking on grades, behaviors, I'm checking kids every day. Their expectations are high, and these kids are, some of these kids have matured so fast in less than a year that, I'm just excited to see this sophomore class become seniors, these juniors graduate and be successful men. Because I do believe that's what Clarksville needed for a long time. And then, once we get a mold on it, then we can worry about the X's and O's.
And that's what, I think everybody hopes to. We brought up the point on the broadcast last week that, it's so much more than just football. High school sports teach you a lot. Coach, as you look to coming here to Campbellsburg, have you ever gotten to, I don't know if I asked you last year, did you ever get to come to Campbellsburg for a game?
I have not. Nope, this will be my first experience. I'm excited. You guys got a long history, especially that, between 2010 and 2019, 2020, sorry, of some very successful years. Your guys' school reminds me of the schools I used to play back at home, where you're surrounded by fields and stuff like that. So, kind of for me, I'm excited because I love playing, where you're surrounded by, agriculture, or you're just out there in the middle of nowhere. That's where I grew up on. So I'm excited for that. I think that's where, the thrive of, high school football sometimes is hidden, that so-called hidden gem.
I appreciate that. It is something magical about Friday nights. I know that doesn't matter where you're at, but I will say Campbellsburg is a place where you feel really, it feels like something, I would like to say Hoosiers, but this is football, but kind of a little Friday night lights maybe action.
Yeah.
In there. So, Coach, thank you so much for joining us, and appreciate it. Appreciate you joining us. I know you've been pretty busy, but thank you, Zach Hensel, the head coach of the Clarksville Generals. We're going to be heading back to the booth, so we will see you back on WWSR.
Expertise, resources, commitment. At Sullivan Financial, we offer a team approach to financial planning, offering you a broader scope of expertise than you will likely find in any one person. Clients are our main priority, which is why we work to understand your unique circumstances and ultimately create a distinctive plan that provides a roadmap for your financial journey. Located in Mitchell, Indiana, they can be reached at 812-849-2670. That's 812-849-2670.
What? Welcome to West Washington Livestream. My name is Brad Mills. I am joined by head coach Jeremy Lowry. Week 2, he was a little under the weather last week. We got him back. He's got his bottle of water here. He's good to go. Coach, we move on from week 1. Looking back, we were before we got on air here, we were talking about just all the pros and cons from last week. Would you like to go over last week and what you saw that was really good and things we can work on for the rest of the year?
Yeah, so when you start a new season and you've got a bunch of young players like we do, we had 12 players getting their first varsity start Friday night. The encouraging, you look for all the positives, and one of the biggest positives is we prepared really well building up to the week of practice. I thought our kids did a great job at practice. I thought we were very detail-oriented. You could tell they were watching game film. They were asking great questions. And that's always encouraging when you've got a new group and you wonder how they're going to prepare week in and week out. And this is a real exciting bunch. Of course, things didn't work out the way we wanted them to, but we certainly have not lost the excitement that we have for our Senator football team this year, and just really excited to get back out on the field. I thought we played well Friday night in all three phases of the game. We just got to take care of the football better. We got to take care of the football better, and we got to finish better. But other than that, there were a ton of positives. I loved our fight. I loved our, other than taking care of the football, I thought we executed very well. I thought we got in and out of the huddle well. We had one penalty on the night for 0 yards. Those are all great signs moving forward. And, the message to the kids is don't blink. And they won't. We will prepare again well this week. We've already started doing that. And, just super excited to get back out on the field and get in the win column.
I like that motto of don't blink because especially with a young team, the season goes so quick. And when we get going here, we talk about it. It's a routine now. We're going to be in that mode. We've got getting back in that mode, we've got a good young Clarksville team. We were sitting here looking at the roster, 43 kids out, a sophomore class that was kind of highly touted, but they've got some juniors and seniors too that have been playing some critical roles. They took one on the chin last week at Pike Central. What are you expecting out of them this week?
Clarksville's a dangerous team. They've got good team speed. They play aggressive style defense. 43 kids on the roster. They've got good numbers. 6 seniors, 10 juniors, 15 sophomores, and 12 freshmen. So they got a nice, pretty balanced roster there. And, again, we're going to have to prepare well. And, you mentioned the don't blink. We're not going to change what we do. We're not going to hit the panic button. We're going to go prepare just as we did last week. We're very confident in our players. And our players are very confident in our process, and that's what we're going to lean on this week.
And that's what you kind of have to do when you get in this point in the year where you get that first time you're hitting each other. You're out there, scrimmages, whatever you want to say about them, they're controlled. There's not a lot. You get hit that first time. And that same goes for our opponent this week, Clarksville. Coach Nance was telling us there was 21 offensive plays they ran. And defensively, I know that Coach Gibby's going to come up with some great stuff. We had a great plan against Eastern there. So as you go on there, we highlighted a lot of guys. I know you don't like pointing out individuals. We went through all groups. We were very happy with all groups as they went through there. I think this week this group of kids, they're in a great mindset. I've sat here and talked to all of them. We talk about that mindset because so much of the game is mental, whether we want to argue it or not. But how you come into those games there. I did get to speak with Tyler Miller. We talked to him last week, and I'm going to speak with Papal Houchin this week. So ending the interview here, do you have anything? What about him being up there and being a big senior for you? What about Alex?
Alex is a great kid. He's put a lot of time and effort in preparing for the season, really throughout the year, starting in the weight room. Alex is a hard worker, and his hard work shows on the football field. Good luck getting words out of him because he is a very soft-spoken young man. And like I said, good luck interviewing him and getting words out of him. But there is no doubt that Alex Houchin, he'll be ready to play football.
So, Coach, I don't know if you know this, but Alex works at the Stavicep there in Palmyra, home to the best cheeseburgers in the world, if you ask me. So you need to really hit him up for some of those cheeseburgers for the coaches, a little post-game meal there, okay?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Everybody knows I like food, and that is one I have not tried yet. So.
There you go. And for all those wondering at home, I always give the Cowboys a lot of – Coach Lowry always says, but the deal got done. CD now is signed with the Cowboys. Is there he's gearing clap. Are you happy as a Cowboys fan? Do you feel good now?
My son Maddox is a 6th grader, and Maddox, he has to have his year predictions. He says, Dad, who's going to be in the Super Bowl? And I said, well, Maddox, why don't you go ahead and pick the AFC team? And he says, how about Cincinnati? And I said, I think Cincinnati has a great chance of making it. Quarterback's back and healthy. And, of course, from the NFC, the representative, my choice will always be the Dallas Cowboys. And Maddox kind of rolls his eyes and gives me another case scenario. And mine, he says the Kansas City Chiefs. I said, okay, well, I guess it'll be Kansas City versus the Dallas Cowboys. And he goes, the winner? I said, Dallas Cowboys. He kind of rolls his eyes. I said, Maddox, we can come up with every scenario under the sun. your dad's prediction for the Super Bowl champ is going to be the Dallas Cowboys, and it will be every year because that is my team. That will always be my team.
It is, and I mean, when you're thick and thin, no matter what. He was there when they won before Troy Aikman's rookie year when they won one game, I think, and he's been there since. So Coach Lowry is also going to be very happy to know that my daughter is now a Cowboys fan, not because of the football, but because the cheerleaders and the Netflix series. So my daughter comes up, she's like, I really want to root for the Dallas Cowgirls and cheerleaders. I was like, what? And so the cheerleader, she explained to me, her and her mom were watching the Netflix series. So if you're bored, you want to watch that, Coach Lowry and the Lowry girls at home approve of that. It's a series that's on Netflix, and you get to see that. And you definitely we're getting ready for the college football season to start soon, but we got a little bit before the NFL season. So if you've not had your fantasy draft, go out there and get CeeDee Lamb. I do still have him as wide receiver number 1. Okay,
Perfect.
Coach.
Very good.
I did not get a chance to take him, so I took Jamar Chase in the second round. So
it's pretty easy in our house. Dallas Cowboys, Notre Dame football, and West Washington Senators.
There you go. We're going to leave it there. Thank you guys so much. Thanks, Coach.
Expertise, resources, commitment. At Sullivan Financial, we offer a team approach to financial planning, offering you a broader scope of expertise than you will likely find in any one person. Clients are our main priority, which is why we work to understand your unique circumstances and ultimately create a distinctive plan that provides a roadmap for your financial journey. Located in Mitchell, Indiana, they can be reached at 812-849-2670. That's 812-849-2670.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hi, from Art Sandersfield, I am Brad Mills, joined by my whole plethora of co-hosts tonight. We got Doc Holliday himself, Mr. Holliday, and we got Mr. Craig Akers over here. We are live from Art Sandersfield. Like we said, it is a beautiful but very steamy night here as the Senators are going to look to do some home cooking against the visiting Clarksville Generals. The Generals started off the season with an 0-1 loss, 35-0 last week at Pike Central. The Senators lost here at Art Sandersfield in a close one to county rival Eastern. And so we now, gentlemen, switch gears as we look to refocus on game 2. We've watched a lot of tape. We've got a very short pregame here on the Jamie Sullivan Raymond James pregame show. We are very thankful for all of our sponsors and that. But gentlemen, what are our thoughts here as the Senators get ready for the coin toss?
You know, Brad, I think it's going to be one of those things. It's going to be a very, very physical game. It looks like we've got a lot of young players out here on both sides of the ball. It's going to be very, very hot, and it's going to be able to show a lot of diversity from both sides of the ball tonight.
Craig?
Yeah, you're exactly right. This is going to be one of those games where conditioning may play a big factor into what goes on tonight. If the Senators come out and are able to, kind of put their best foot forward and run their offense where they keep the Generals' defense on the field for a long time, that's going to be really taxing tonight with the heat that's out there.
And you're going to be in for a treat. If you know a lot about football or don't know a lot, the Generals are going to pack in 9 guys, all like sprint as hard
all night long,
all night, trying to create some havoc. And they did for the most part against Pike Central, but Pike Central was able to run some counters, run some ISOs, and get by and get some yards there. There was only 21 offensive plays for the Generals. They looked very similar to the Senators in a lot of ways in not being able to hold on to the ball or continue drives. Coach Lowry and I were talking, I don't know if on the interview it came up, our three fumbles in the red zone there, that gives you a 9% chance of winning the game.
Yeah,
and
I mean, when you give the ball up like what the Senators did last week, it's going to be very difficult to win games. And I'm sure that the coaching staff has cleaned that up a lot this week, just during practice, not allowing that to continue.
And so we have the coin toss results here. It was Clarksville defers the kickoff, and so it'll go to the Senators. They'll be heading towards the scoreboard here in the first quarter, away from the high school and Mr. Akers' room, as we always use that for.
Yeah.
I need some directional things. I believe that's north.
That's north, yes.
That is north, yes.
All right, good. As we go, and we see Alex Williams there in his red jersey. He is out this week. He told me maybe one more week, and he'll be back. We talked about being able to shore that up. That's a kid who I think is really going to change our offense when he comes around, just because he's got such a quick attack to it. We do see tonight the Senators wearing the red jerseys with white pants, and then the Clarksville wearing their white on white with their winged helmet, similar to Delaware State there,
I don't know that I've ever seen a Delaware State helmet.
It's the same one Michigan has.
Yeah.
That's who I thought you were going to say.
I see. I threw everybody off for that one. I stole that sign from someone. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, did I say that? No. I like the blue. I like the blue better than the OHIO. But for those of you on Netflix, you can watch a great documentary on there. It's kind of crazy. I will say as we get ready for here, this first drive is going to be key. If we're able to go down and score, it's going to change the total momentum. Everything it's kind of like it's like a quick baptismal by fire. You're going to come out and you're going to feel so much better. It's like taking now I will say something I did see on tape. They did pooch the ball quite a bit. They did not like to kick it off. They do not like to get it to the main guys. So be prepared for that.
Yeah, I think that you're going to see that right here, especially if they watch any film with Hayden Marr with a couple of his good returns last week. I think they're definitely going to try to keep it out of his hands.
And that is kicker number 50 there for them, I believe. It is. We had some new numbers, I know.
No, it's 50.
50, yes.
Which is not on that roster.
We will try to figure that one out. I know Coach Hensel said there was a couple numbers that had to be changed due to some uniform issues, so we'll do our best as we get going along here. And there's the kickoff in Game 2. Week 2 is underway. It is a high drive to the middle there. It's going to be picked up right there. I believe that is Isaiah Dennis, maybe? Number 24 with the ball. Maybe he comes down right there at about it looks like the 27-yard line.
Looks like that was Christian Lee on the tackle for Clarksville there.
That was 25. That was McFeeters, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
He came up off the bottom of that pile.
Okay.
So
24-25 there as we go. And
yeah.
Get that. So the Senators are going to start out of their own 20 there, which is nice. A couple yards there. And we are going to see, gentlemen, we're going to see that. So Herm, what's going to happen there with them stacking so many guys in the box? What's going to happen?
I think this is what's going to really change the way these young guys on the front line. I know they got a lot of really young guys. We got some young guys. It's really going to be
the ball's on the ground.
Loose.
Ball's loose and it's down. It's going to be recovered by Clarksville. Just like that, the ball never caught out of the hands of the quarterback, Gavin Hunt, and it's going to be dropped right there on the 20-yard line, and that's where the Generals. The ball's on the ground. Ball's loose and it's down. It's going to be recovered by
that's kind of a
Clarksville.
Of
just like that, the ball never caught out of the.
Weren't able to get the ball, handed off correctly, and weren't able to get any real offense kind of going.
Did he come out with it on that replay, Craig?
Yeah, he came out with it on the replay. He had it, and then as he went to hand it off, the back there.
Transfer.
Yeah, the back there wasn't ready for it and didn't take it.
So the Senators are going to have to quickly play some defense here as the Generals come under center there with number 11, Morgan Glover, as their quarterback. He's not a very big guy at all.
Senior, sorry,
yes.
5'9", 140.
He's going to drill. He's going to give it to number
Yeah, they give it to
22 there,
22.
Brody Yates. Brody's breaking off to the left. He's going to be pulled down short of a first down.
It picks up about 9 there.
So just like that.
I look for Brody to have several touches on the ball tonight. Just one of those things is going to be trying to wear our guys down as well, just like we're going to try to wear them down with our run game.
Yeah, and it could be as it gets hot here, and it's all about, you get that end zone, you don't feel the heat. Got a split backfield there with Yates and number 20 there, Miles Yates, Brody Yates and Miles Yates. There we go. That's going to be a delayed handoff to Miles Yates. He's going to come up the middle. He's going to get enough for a first down, but he's going to be dropped right at about the 5 to 6 yard line, it looks like there, maybe.
That gives him a fresh set of downs.
Yeah. So real quick here, that's where the centers, that's where the gut, it's like almost the air just comes right out.
Oh, yeah, it's a complete gut check right there for the Senators.
So they got to do something here, and this has been a big time here. They've got to do this because now they're first and goal here for the Generals. And that is Glover under center. He comes under. He's got a split backfield behind him. In motion goes number 6 there for him, Lee. There's the handoff to Yates. He's going to come up the middle. He's met by Rollo.
Nice stop by Rollo.
Yeah, he did the good job of holding him and then waiting for the cavalry to come up. And great hit by Tyler Miller there too.
I don't know many backs that are going to drag Rollo very far.
No. The biggest thing I can tell our defensive line is fight through that offensive line.
Yeah. I mean, their line's young, so I mean, there's a lot of stuff that our guys know and techniques that they know that these guys haven't really seen yet.
Yes, and we've got to do that play after play here. Glover takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Yates to the outside. He's going to drag him down, and look at that. Great play.
Nice play there by the Senators to stop that one.
Yeah.
And, I mean, there's all kinds of guys. That's when I look and I've got 5 guys and I can't tell you who made the tackle, that's a good thing. That means everybody was on the ball there.
It tells you your defensive end also sealed that edge up pretty good for you.
Yes, that's Houchin there. He's coming up and he's having to take a lot on him. So we've got a big third down here very early. Now Clarksville does have a kick. They have a kick game, so we need to make sure we stop them here because they can kick a field goal. It's going to be a split backfield once again with Yates and Yates. Glover under center. He takes the snap here on third down. He's going to a delayed hand off the outside. That's Lee coming around the corner. He's going to fall. Wow. What a timely fall there.
For the Senators, bad for Clarksville to have that fall there because they had the edge set. They were going to get out wide on that one.
Yes, Lee
Looks
makes.
like they're going to leave their offense on the field.
They're going to leave it on, and that's what they're going to go. They're playing with the house's cards right here. You might as well.
It was a turnover, so.
Do you take a pass here? We've had some personnel come in. I just saw some different guys. I saw Sam Moreland's not been on the field the entire game till right now at tight end there. So he came on, number 12 there, looking a little bit like Tom Brady there with 12 and that winged helmet on.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be a little heavy on the left side. I look for one of these plays to be a back corner end zone.
Tyler Miller and the outside backer has to stay down there as the motion goes to the right side. Oh, it's down. Oh, he's going to have to improvise, and he is going to – oh, what a great play for the Senators. They got lucky there, and it's going to come back and actually help them.
Turnover on down. Senators going to take over, but they're going to go from where they started on about their 26, and now they're going to be on their own 8.
Okay, so if you're down there, you grab one of those towels, you dip it in some ice bucket, and you just go, okay.
Yeah.
We live to play another day. Let's go.
Yeah, let's start fresh here.
Start fresh here as they're going to try, and I tell you what, they got some good. And I talked to Gavin this week. I told him, I said, we got your back. It's going to come to you. This game's going to come to you. It's not easy playing quarterback.
Yeah.
And I told Joey Hart that, the center, I said, it's so hard to play your position.
Yeah,
as the snap comes, and it's going to be, he's going to get it off, and a delayed pass. It goes over to the right side, and it's going to be drugged down. I believe that is Isaiah Dennis there.
I think that was a little bit of a messed up play, and they were just able to get it off and get a few yards out of it.
Hey, that works. If you're going to pick up, 7 yards on first down, never mind, 9 yards on first down. That's a good busted play.
I do think they cut the center.
Yeah.
And Gavin then could not get his feet, so then he had to just improvise and hit Dennis out there on the right side as we go. Here's going to be the motion up the middle, a little first down motion there, and that's going to be good enough for an Aaron Shockey, Farm Bureau Insurance first down.
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't get to say that a lot last week. I really want to say it.
Funny story. Yeah. He messaged me. He said, "Hey, we didn't get a whole lot of first downs." I said, "Well, in the game, we didn't get a whole lot of first downs."
So, Aaron, I know you're listening. Thank you so much, and thank you to all our sponsors. As you're looking at the Eddie Gilstrap scoreboard there with 8:10 left here in the first quarter. We got no score, thankfully, after the way that started. Center's going to be looking to regroup here. In tight here. Hunter, what do you think? Is he gonna another somebody's gonna go in motion here? Oh, we had maybe too many guys. Looks like a keep up the middle.
It's a pretty good gang
Yeah,
tackle
pretty
there
good
by
gang.
Clarksville.
Yeah.
You know, this is one of those things. I talked to Coach Holden Bowsen last week about some of those drop balls and things, and he was telling me that was his first varsity start that he's ever had.
Oh, yeah.
And he told him, he said, it's okay, you know, it's going to happen, and a lot of times this stuff isn't really going to click to you until maybe week 5, week 7.
Well, it's the first game, like I said last week, where you're getting hit in the jaw for the first time. As Hunt goes under center, we got there's so many people right there in one spot of the field. He's going to slip it out wide. That's Miller. Miller's going to come across. Lee's going to drag him, but he actually kind of pushes Miller a little forward, so he might have gotten back. Actually, got a gain there. It looks like. I'm trying to find the man over here. It looks like. I like the guy on the other side a lot more. He gave me 3 yards, and then we got 1. So.
yeah, he come back a little bit there on us.
Yeah, a little cha-cha slide there. Two tips this time. All right, so we're going to be third down here. And I like that idea, but you have to seal that edge.
Yeah,
you have to
I look to see the Senators run a lot more sweeps. We've seen that.
And look now, the wide side of the field, we got 2 twins over there. Got them and all Clarksville's got some major confusion as the ball's going to be it's going to be kept by Hunt. He's going to come up the middle. He's got some daylight. He's up to the 40, and that'll be where he will come down, and that'll be another Aaron Shockey, Farm Bureau Insurance, first down for the Senators.
That's good to see him moving the chains tonight. I think they're finally starting to get some momentum. They kind of got that behind them, and they're able to move this ball. I think they're all going to work real well this
when Gavin did that, Doc, they went the other way. They all crashed down on the motion, and Gavin's like, well, I'm going to take the middle.
Here.
Hold on to it. You know, he kept looking for that
Yes.
defensive end or that outside linebacker over there to show up and be able to throw that option that they like.
Oh, the ball's on the ground again. That was, oh, man, as it went right up the middle, and that's going to be recovered again by the Generals there. And so the running back takes it, and I don't know if it ever got there. I was looking who the running back was in that one. Was that Jamison?
I couldn't see
Jameston,
coming up the middle.
22 there. It looks like Jameston was the one with the ball, and it just never really he gets it and then gets hit, and then it rolls forward. And Clarksville with their second turnover here with 6:12 left in the first quarter. I mean, it's almost like Groundhog Day for the Senators all over again.
Yeah, they just can't seem to hold on to it well enough to be able to get anything really going. I mean, they have some nice plays there for the Senators, and they just fumble the ball and it starts all over again.
You know, and I would say some of this is a little bit of execution on their half. I mean, they probably haven't really sweat outside a whole lot this week.
No.
They probably did some practices inside, and they weren't used to that ball being slick against their forearms.
It's a different type of slick too, because you've already warmed up
for sure.
Longer than you did for practice probably all week.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's also today I think is the hottest day of the week.
I know. I mean, as we sit here, our air conditioner has basically just quit working up here. It's spitting in hot air. You know, we're complaining. We're not down there, so we'll take this. Craig, I was very happy to see the Paley games at home this year because I lose about 5 pounds.
That's a hot one.
That's a hot one. We did that. Doc is going to shave his beard off if that happens. So.
Oh yeah, I have to.
For that game is Centers. Hey, the Centers got to regroup here. I like defensively what they've shown, and I think we've got to kind of just match what they do. And it may have to be our defense tonight that makes some big plays for us to win this game.
I think this defense that we're running right now, I think it's going to be one of those ones that they're going to throw the ball some. We already know that. It's going to be up to our secondary to make those big plays.
That ball's going to be delayed. Yates is going to get a delayed handoff. He's going to be snuffed in the backfield there by McFeeters and Rollo, and Jack Armstrong coming in, and that's going to be a tackle for a loss there.
It's like a loss of 3.
Yeah. And that's going to be a huge play for the Senators start. And that's how you want to start off it.
That's a great first play.
Yeah. I mean, if you're looking for a first play, that one works.
Yes. And one thing I will say is watch for Lee in motion there, number 6. He's going to tell us where the game is going. If he goes in motion this way, I think that's what we're going to see them come this way. He's going to go straight up the middle. They're going to have a delayed handoff to Yates up the middle again. And he's going to get some back to about the line of scrimmage there where he's drugged down by McFeeters. And number 72 there, I believe that is
Colin Hasty.
Colin Hasty, senior. He'll be on the he'll get interviewed later this week. If you're wondering halftime, you get to hear Mr. Alex Houchin and myself sit down. And So at halftime, I got more words out of him than Tyler Miller, so I was pretty happy.
Yeah, I look for the Senator defense here to kind of roll over to that wide side.
Yes.
I think that they've ground and pound enough here. I think last time they realized
Zion Stewart over there wide, so it's going to be up to Tyler Miller, I believe, over there. As we're going to have, it's going to be a pass. Here he's going. Glover's looking. How is that not a hold right there? I don't know, but they did. He's going to be fighting for his life. He's going to step out of bounds, and it's going to be a slight gain. We got a flag, and I'm wondering, it's deep in the end zone. It's all the way to the 15. So I'm really hesitant. Is that going to be pass interference? It's going to be a personal foul. Okay, against the Generals there.
Yeah,
probably holding down here on this defensive back. If I had to guess, I think we all kind of missed that one.
Yeah, I wasn't looking down there for sure.
So he was trying. He wanted to go out to that wide side.
Yeah.
And then he just met a red wall, and he said, I got to go the other way.
I think he saw Clooney. He saw 62 and 79 coming at him, and that's all he could see. So it looks like Coach is going to decline this penalty because then it's going to cause him to have a fourth down, and it's going to be fourth down right up here. 9. So, yeah, you're going to do that. So you're going to play the odds. You don't want to give him another one. So they're going to run. They're going to roll with this.
That ball is definitely not spotted.
Where it is. Yes, you will notice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. The down marker is definitely not in line there. So it's in line with the official. So we got a penalty, and this is going to be against the Generals here. Yep.
Can't substitute there. So.
Yeah.
So that's going to be backing them up.
And I think this is one of those things that
young team.
They have a young team. They don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe now they're going to learn from it. They're going to have it on film. I know their coach is a really good coach. He's starting to build this program up. I think this is one of those things he's going to be able to
I don't know if Coach is here. His wife was due. I'm going to actually try to find out at halftime if Coach Hansel's here. I think he is. Hansel's here. I think he's over there on the sidelines. I've not got to meet him in person. Only talked to him on the phone. As this is going to be a punt here now. As the snap comes back, it's going to go there. It's going to go up. It's going to be almost tipped. It's going to go off of. Stay away from that one there. As that ball is going to be down by Lee at the 20-yard line. All right. So, gentlemen, it's kind of like we keep playing with a slot machine here and hoping to not bust out, and we keep winning whatever we're betting back.
I think we're running we're going north. Yeah. We're going north. I think the biggest thing is get across the 50.
Yeah. Here
at this point.
If 4:45 left here in the first quarter on the Eddie Gilstrap Salem Card Show scoreboard, we have not had a lot of action on either side. But we're hoping that the Senators can kind of get something going here. And I think they will. It's going to just burst. It just takes that one play to kind of get you going. And I thought with Hunt on that long run, we were going to have that.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like he's getting ready to go under center here. It looks like we're stacked in tight.
Stacked in tight, too.
Two wide receivers out here to the left side.
It's going to be an inside handoff, and that ball's on the ground again. Hunt picks it back up. He's going to have to try to make something happen. He's running around. He's got through one tackle, through two tackles. He's going to be dropped for a slight loss in a play that was reminiscent of the first two turnovers back-to-back. It somehow bounced perfectly back to Gavin Hunt, and he's going to be with a 3-yard loss, I believe, there.
This is one of those things that I look for Coach Lowry to maybe call a timeout that he doesn't want to use.
Yes.
And maybe talk to these guys and see what's going on.
What's going on? Hey, take a deep breath.
Yeah.
I'd get the coldest water bottle I have and pour it over everybody's necks.
Yeah.
We're good.
Which I think the officials were saying that we were going to run some extended water breaks as well. So.
Yep. As that ball is just going to be given up the middle, held on too tight. That's Collier. He's going to get a couple yards, get it back to about the original line of scrimmage there. I'll make this actually gets a little more there, so he gets got about a yard pass, so it's going to be 3rd and 9. I do, if we could somehow get Hayden Morrow matched up with somebody other than Lee, I know that'd be very important.
I think it's a really good matchup, though. They're both about the same size. I think a lot of it is going to be just execution. I know if they watched a lot of film, you can kind of catch their safeties not really keeping their eyes on our quarterback, especially under center.
And I think if Gavin can get it, he can dump it off to somebody right here. As Dennis goes in motion, that's what he's going to do. He's going to dump it off to Dennis. Dennis shakes one tackle. He shakes the second one, and oh, my goodness, he goes down.
Is it on the ground again?
On the ground again? Maybe.
This is one of those things.
They're giving the fourth down.
We're sitting here watching. I think our offensive line there, they kind of gave up on him a little bit.
Oh, yeah. You don't. If a guy's back there fighting for his life, you keep going as the punt team comes on. So, unfortunately for the Senators, we're just not seeing any fluidity on offense. There's just nothing. It's almost like okay, Mr. Holiday, you're old enough to remember DVDs and CDs, right?
Yes.
Okay. You know when they skipped?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's like it's skipped
Did you ever
back
use
and replay.
toothpaste to put on one to try to get the scratches out?
As we got a punt here. We got 3 personal. I like this. I think thankfully as the punt goes back, here it goes. There's going to be the snap. A great kick.
Great kick.
Look at that kick. That's going to go
over.
over Lee's head. It's going to take a bounce for the Senators. It's going to keep bouncing. It's going to be right there around the 30-yard line where it is down, and that is a great kick. And Gavin Hunt back there helping out his own cause.
Way to flip the field for the Senators. I mean, great job moving that ball 60 yards in the opposite direction.
And that is the first time that's the furthest we've pushed them back to start either.
Yeah.
So what can the Senators do here?
That's Amber Morrow messaging in here.
Okay. We got people sending us all kinds of information. If you know who we are, just send it to us. And some people got us. It's hot outside, and I know some people were excited to be able to watch from home on this heat.
Yeah.
And so I appreciate.
I got a house full. I got about 20 people sitting in my house watching this game right now. So.
I like that. And you got the bikes all ready to go for the weekend, don't you?
Yeah, yeah.
All righty. So I appreciate Mr. Akers doing this here as the Generals have come under. Man, I tell you what, guys, we're playing in like one part of the field on both sides offensively. Not
about the 30 to the 40 on both sides. That's where we're playing.
Yeah, this would be big right here for the.
Oh, they've changed it. Lee at quarterback. He's going to come outside. Tyler Miller pushed him
that
back.
off.
And what a great hit! Another great hit right in a row. Man, I tell you, as the Senators found through, as Isaiah Dennis comes through, we had I think that was Morrow coming through along with number 32, Tyler Miller there, and just pushing him back. And Lee's an athlete, so they're going to try to especially
try to get the ball to him any way they can.
Yes.
I think the Senators executed that really well for defense on that side. They closed that off and made him take those few steps backwards to get that big loss.
Yes, the moment you make that guy take a step back, that gives your defense time to set and recalculate and replay here. And Lee's back at quarterback again there, number 6. He's under center. So this is where we've got to come through. It's going to be a keep again. Oh, he's going to go, oops, nope, right up the middle. He's got me. He got me. Sorry.
He had me too. I was watching him come out wide, and he didn't have it.
So Banks, there, number 22, Yates, with the carry. He's limping a little bit now. He has been it reminds me a lot of Darren Sproles type back there. A little bitty guy, he's 5'9", and just going all over the place, making plays. So here's the Senators. They got to find something to do defensively here because their offense really isn't clicking. Hey, get us a big stop. Get us a turnover here.
Yeah, that'd be huge for the Senators. You can get a turnover here.
I'm telling you what, Zion Stewart over here to the right side. He's a big body. They're putting him against Isaiah Dennis. Jump ball. We want to watch out for that. As the ball comes, here it goes. It's going to be a snap. It's going to be passed. Oh, he's almost down. He's going to be taken off. It's going to be up to number 23 there for the Senators.
Nice open field tackle over there by 23 to bring him down.
That is our guy.
That's 23 and 33.
Colton Brown with a great. And 33 would have been
Trekker Suvak.
And that's where Colton did a great job. Great form tackle. Knocks
him down to the ground. That's what you got to do.
And it's going to be a punt here with 36 seconds left. We will see here on the Eddie Gilstrap Salem Card Show scoreboard one more play here in the first quarter.
I'd love to see what happened last week with that tip ball happen again right here for the Senators.
And on the first one, there was a lot of action back. There was a low-liner kick. So if you were that middle guy, you're getting your hand up.
Get them hands up.
Get the hands up if you can't. Here's Colton Brown, 23. He's going to come in. Oh, it's going to be a skip. It's going to be up. Oh, that thing is get out of the way. Get out of the way, boys. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way as Lee downs it right there. Almost had some havoc. That's going to be down at the 48-yard line here with 9.4 left.
Looks like we're going to get to start on the other side of the 50 this go around.
Yeah, we're not playing between the 30 and 40.
Senator Sam is getting some action out there as we're going to finally.
Which the field looks amazing.
It does. It looks great.
This thing's painted by a robot now, a little robot guy, like a little Roomba.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm very thankful. He does a very good job.
We've even got Senators in the end zone, too.
Yes, it looks good. And I watched it out here, and it was weird hearing it. It churns. And I'd like to watch it on the time lapse. It would be really cool. We need to get a time lapse camera up here and watch it. As the Senators are going to go under, I'm going to say it's probably going to be going right up the middle here, just trying to make a good play, trying to hold on to the ball. It's going to be a pass. It's going to be a deep pass. Morrow over the middle. It's tipped at the last second by Lee. And it's going to be down with 1.5 left. Oh, my goodness, that home run ball was there. And at the last second, somehow, Lee falling gets something on it. And he's celebrating like he won the Super Bowl.
The only thing he got on that was his helmet.
Yep.
Yeah, his helmet. He didn't turn his head none at all.
All right, so he got lucky, I guess, then you could say, and that ball's there. What a great play call.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to take a shot, now's the time to take it.
So here you go. So now we might see, and you know what? Hey, Coach might take another one. And I still do like the backs coming out of the backfield here as we're going to take the snap. Dennis in motion. It's going to be a keep by Hunt. He's got the ball. Here's the option. He threw it off the back of Dennis's helmet, and it's going to be a turnover, and it's going to be right there on the 40, and that's where the Generals will start the next drive. So it's unfortunate as that is now the third turnover
in the first quarter.
So that is a huge play, unfortunately, that is going back to the Generals. The Senators are handing out some gifts. We're going to be swinging by a couple commercials here. You're listening to WWSR, West Washington Live Stream.
United Producers, Inc. We are the largest livestock marketing company in the world. We currently have 17 auction markets and 23 direct buying stations across Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan, Tennessee, and Illinois. Our goal is to market your livestock to maximize your dollar while implementing animal safety procedures. To find your local market, visit our website at uproducers.com or contact Ryan Batt at 812-620-0769. Again, that is 812-620-0769. Farmer owned, farmer values.
As your American Family Insurance agent, Michael Long can offer you dependable auto, home, business, and life insurance, as well as other insurance products. He's big enough to serve and small enough to care. His team and their unique backgrounds, trainings, and experiences have prepared them well to help meet your insurance needs. Additionally, as residents of your community, they understand how important it is to be there for you. Together, they are building strong partnerships that help everyone succeed. When it comes to your car insurance, you deserve more than a card tucked in your glove box. That's why American Family Car Insurance goes beyond a piece of paper or an app to give you smart, customized coverage and real peace of mind. No matter how your life changes, you can feel comfortable you will have the right auto insurance protection and support every step of the way. Not sure how much or what type of coverage is right for you? Michael Long is the person to talk to.
Welcome back to West Washington Live Stream. I'm Brad Mills, accompanied by Craig Akers and Hunter Holiday here as we get ready for the second quarter. It was an illegal forward pass was the run on the field, so the Senators have gotten the ball back here. It's going to be third and about 15 from the 49-yard line as the Senators are trying to get settled here, trying to find some way, something offensively that they can get going. They have struggled holding on to the ball in all facets, so as the snap comes, Miller in motion. It's going to be rollout. Number 12 there for... Going to be dumped off to number 22, Collier. He's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that is where the fourth down will be.
Yeah, fourth down is going to come from the original line of scrimmage.
Craig, do you punt it here and let Hunt punt him? I mean, we were just talking about that.
Yeah,
let Hunt pin him.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best option that you've got is to
Yes,
punt and try to pin them deep.
I mean, Jim Tressel was able to win a couple national championships with that at Ohio State, and that's what they're going to do. Here's one thing I'll tell you, too. If Clarksville brings that many, you do have Hunt back there at full head of steam to that left side. He could just take it and go. And then you never know. There's the punt. It's going to be up, and it is a beauty.
That's a nice
It's going to
one.
drop.
Get
the
right bounce right here.
Get there, Isaiah. There we go. Right there on the 5. Good punt.
Nice kick there by Hunt.
Nice kick, yes. Pat McAfee approves of that. And that's what I was hoping. One of the things I taught special teams, Hunter. One thing I was worried about guys not realizing that you get to that ball right there.
Yeah.
Don't let it get to that goal line.
Yeah, you got to get it stopped. And, this is one of those things where
gut check time.
Yep, gut check time.
I feel like it's like an episode of Bam Margera or Johnny Knoxville here, where somebody just keeps getting hit in the gut.
Yeah, I can still hear Dwayne Nance's voice down there. Yelling at all the guys that I used to play with. You got to get your hands on and push them all the way back into the end zone and let us make the play.
Let's see Clooney. If Clooney and Rollo can really clog in the middle here, as they went back to the quarterback Glover there, he's going to be under center. There was somebody had to be offside as they go to the outside. It's going to be
There's the
Lee.
flag.
Yep, I was going to say there was way too many guys moving, and that's going to push them even further back. And that's what they're going to tell number 11 there, Morgan Glover, the quarterback.
That'd be half the distance at the goal line.
Yeah.
2.5-yard line there, for those of you keeping track at home. And I tell you what, I think it's a great play to start this, because this is where Clarksville doesn't want to be. And if you win, it doesn't matter if you win sloppy. It's just about getting. And that's one thing I think, if we can get the red tide here rolling the right way, it can go in a big motion for these centers. But they just can't seem to get it going in the right direction offensively.
They run 3 or 4 plays and they look great, and then one mishap and it flips the field on them.
Yeah,
okay,
they fall apart. They just got to find a way to get back to that.
Right there, as we see Rollo and Clooney, they're going to be clogging up that middle there.
I look for a drop back pass right here.
It is. It's going to be to the outside. That's going to be. Oh, he's going to cut back. He's going to be met right there.
Still inside that 5-yard line.
Yep.
Right
at the 4.
That's Tyler Miller coming up big there.
Maybe a gain of 2 or 3 feet, but nothing much.
McFeeder's coming in. What a great team tackle there, and that's where Doc was saying, "Stay down, come to you, make the play."
Yep.
Their offense is young. You can tell the way it takes a while for their offense to develop.
Yeah, it takes a long time for that play to fully develop. But I will say that with a couple older guys, and a couple of the guys that have played for a few years, being able to rally these guys around and help them kind of finish that
so
out.
That's only going to be. That's going to be. I'm making sure we got the right down marker. They've got a second on there. I thought.
Yeah, we're going to get a timeout here.
Okay.
Clarksville's
so we had the penalty, yes. Okay, we had the penalty, and that's why. Okay, yes, you're right there. So we're going to step aside for a quick commercial break. You're listening to West Washington live stream on WWSR.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. And we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. Not just one time, but every chance we get. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids not only need to know the dangers and how to avoid them, they need to hear it often from you. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids and guide them through the challenges of growing up safe and healthy. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
So talk, they hear you. You can do it if you try.
To West Washington live stream on Brad Mills. As we get 10:09 here, big play here.
I got a wonderful snap from Mallory Holiday, who sent it of her sitting at home watching the game with the kids running around while Hunter's here in the press box calling the game. So
there you go. My wife is probably doing. My wife is not watching this game. You have to start the Roku app. You have to go to the channel.
Oh, you don't load it all before you walk out the door?
I didn't have time.
That's
friend.
exactly what I have to do.
All right.
I load it all, just click here, right here.
Glover
as soon
with
as
the
it goes
snap.
live.
He's going to hand it off there, out to the outside. Right there is he's going to fall forward for a couple yards there, as they had 22. Brody Yates, he was coming, and then he got met by Jack Armstrong, Tyler Miller, and I believe Colton Brown, somebody we haven't really got to mention, but he has been really good on his form tackles tonight. Yeah, technology's not the biggest suit in the Mills house. If we get past that Vizio, I need to get a West Washington live stream button on my
There you
Vizio
go.
remote.
There you go.
Good.
That would be, hey, you might be onto something there.
There we go. So brought to you. That'll be a part of the
live stream package.
Live stream package there. We get your own koozie and stickers, and we'll try to find that out. We need more sponsors. Help us out. That'd be great. as Glover in 3rd and 9 here, way back there on.
Looks like they got a preloaded backfield right here.
Lee in
too.
motion. There's the handoff. No, he's going to drop. Oh, it's down.
Oh, it's going to be a safety.
Safety by. Is that
72?
72. That is going to be Colin Hasty with a big sack, and just like that, the Centers get on the scoreboard. And I tell you what, we're honoring the 1984 team tonight. They had a big-time defense. That's how they won games.
Yep.
And so Mr. Barksdale maybe can confirm that for me. Is that how the 84? They had a really good defense, the 84 team. So, see, there you go. What a night. What a great move on a night like tonight. They got that. So.
And here's one that people at home may not know. When you get a safety, you get the ball back.
Yes.
So now Clarksville is going to kick it off from their own 30 in a punt style.
Yep.
And the Senators are going to return that.
Yep.
You know, it's kind of a weird lineup because you're not in your normal punt formation. You're really in your kickoff return formation, but the punter is the one who has to kick it away.
Braden Leap's going to be the deep man along with Hayden Morrow. And so we got Colton Brown up here. There's a chance for a lot of guys who have not gotten touched. Wyatt Wallace over there on the right side. Tyler Miller will be in the middle, front line there. And this is a live ball, by the way. You also have to remember that. It is treated just like a kickoff, too. You can't let this
Looks
just
like
roll.
We're going to kick it off.
Do we have 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, we've got 11. All righty. And so that is, once again, they're going to kick it. They are going to just kick it. So
yeah.
I look for a real high pooch kick.
I would
that way
too.
they can get a good chance to get the ball back for themselves.
Yeah, 9-15. The Centers have found a way to score. So for those of you who had that on your bingo card at home, congratulations.
You win if you had that on your bingo card.
I don't know how many units that's worth if you're playing on DraftKings. Oops, sorry, not allowed to mention that. Okay, there you go. As this kick goes up, and it's going to be right to
over his head, and he touched it.
No, we got an off. They were guys. Yep,
offsides.
Yep.
How often do you see that? It happens a lot, but how often do you see it actually called?
Now here's something too, guys. How often do you practice kicking off from your?
Yeah, from
you have the 40 you're used to. When you're at the 40, you're by your coaches.
Yeah.
Your coaches line you up. This is the old special teams, like Coach Emmy. Always, my guys know where to line up. We know what we're doing. So they're kind of thrown off. See, there's no coaches down there to help them get back, to stay put. Hey, and Clarksville they are having just as much mental problems as we are. Think about that.
Yeah.
Trying to figure this out. So this is a chance here for the Senators to get this in gear and do something. And we talked about any which way but lose is what it reminds me of. As they are sitting there, a lot of guys on Clarksville with their hands on their hips already, kind of getting a little tired. Here's the kick. It's up. It's high. That's going to be to Leap. Leap with it. He picks it up at the 39. He's driving in. He's got a seam. He's got a seam. He's going. He's going to be pulled down at the 30.
Nice run there by Leap.
Yeah.
Good execution there by his blockers as well.
Yes. Blocking down the field there. A lot of guys, Tristan Brown there.
Well, and that's one of those weird situations where a lot of teams have scouted and know, hey, don't kick it to Hayden Morrow.
Mm-hmm.
But Leap didn't get a chance to return anything.
No.
Last week.
They didn't get to see any of that, especially his speed that he has underneath of him.
He's one of those little wrestler types. He gets it and goes. And, single A football, he's right there. He's that mold. Hey, Center's got great field position here.
Yeah.
Hold on to the ball.
I guess where we are. We're in between the 30 and 40 again.
There we go. It's where we live. As the snap's going to come up, there's a motion to Dennis. It's going to be a pitch. He's got a student body in front of him. He might. As he gets one hit away, is number 5 there for the Generals, and Josh Hall makes the tackle.
And you see him slow up right there. I think that's one of those big things is you got to let that play develop in front of you. Let those blockers go ahead and make that contact and get another 5-10 yards out of it.
And, Isaiah had a tragic injury last year, missed out almost his whole freshman year, and he still is as fast as he was before. And he goes, and it's fun watching him because he plays, like you said, he's got vision that not a lot of other guys have. As he's going to get Hunt here with that's a great Aaron Shockey first down. And here we're going.
Look
Oh, it's right there.
Morrow's
Morrow's there. He's there, wide open. Booyah!
Touchdown,
Senators.
I called that from way back here as he's got it.
He's the only one there. The closest person to him is the film crew for Clarksville.
Yes. Yeah. And they are down there. And so what a play. And, hey, a little bootleg pass.
Yeah.
So
that's one of those things that we talked about. We watched over film. You're going to be able to catch their safeties sleeping on us a little bit, especially with that Lowry offense that we run, ground and pound, and then you just drop that one right in behind them.
And that's set up by that pitch before where you get everybody thinking about it.
Yeah.
This is going to be one of the first times in 4 years that we've kicked an extra point.
Yeah, so Hunt, as we forgot somebody out there, is we're going to get everybody out there. Number 62 there coming on the field for us.
We've got a great angle of this from our sideline cam shooting this extra point.
Farmer Dan, you're the man. There's, and it is going to be to the left. Almost out of the park there as it goes. But, hey, the Senators, because of safety, they kind of got a free score there. So it is 8-0 here with 8:32 left. You're listening to West Washington Football on WWSR, West Washington Livestream.
Are you looking for a great HVAC person that's also local? Somebody who's from here in Southern Indiana? Then look no further than Mike Busick and Busick Mechanical Services, located in Paoli, Indiana. They offer a wide variety of services, including not only maintenance, but repairs on all of your heating and cooling needs. Got an ice maker on the fritz? They can help you with that. How about a commercial chiller or freezer? They've got your back. Is your boiler on the fritz? They can help you with that too. They even work on outdoor furnaces. Best of all, they're located right here in Paoli, Indiana. Give Mike a call at 812-498-1736. Don't worry, Mike Busick knows every aspect of the HVAC maintenance inside and out. Mike is a problem solver and can get all your equipment up and running like new. Whether it's summer or winter, then Mike is your guy. Busick Mechanical Services, HVAC done right, Paoli, Indiana.
812-498-1736.
Welcome back to Art Sanders Field here live on West Washington Livestream on WWSR. I'm Brad Mills. I've got Hunter Holiday. I got Craig Akers. I've got Farmer Dan down there on the camera, thinking everybody here is Mr. Hunt is going to be kicking. He's had a lot to do here. He's going to be kicking off. He doesn't play defense, thankfully, so he'll be able to take a couple off here as he's going to be kicking. We talked about how important this is here and pinning him. Hunter said the left hash back there is where they want to try to get it. Let's see what he's going to do. He's going to come up, and he is going to kick it, and it's going to be a pooch kick, and it is going to be right at number 1 there, and that is
and he does the exact right thing, catch it and fall to the ground.
Haven Abram did the right thing. He fell to the ground. He didn't try to be a hero. He was on his back heels. I like the call personally. I hope that you can get it, and that's something that Gavin does provide us with. You can tell him, hey, kick it somewhere, and he can kick it. So we've seen this, Hunter. We've seen their offense. And we've seen our defense kind of come through. They're shooting gaps. They're firing. Are they beating them off the ball, or is it more of they're just finding the technique, better technique?
I think our guys have a little bit better technique. Their footwork is a lot better. They're faster. They work on footwork every game, every day in practice. It's a big thing, especially on the front line there. The first one to get hands on, and if you have better footwork, you're going to overpower.
Boys, this is like the first time we've had a play right in front of us.
I know.
I'm going to just sit here and just watch this like a 1990s boy band. Like people, as Glover's going to delay handoff, that's going to be the other Yates,
once
number
again.
40. That's going to be 40, Keyshawn Yates.
I can't believe.
No, sorry, 40. Yeah.
Rolo right there again. Getting a hold and just dragging him down.
I can't believe that they didn't call that. We had the right side of their line was leaning on us as they were snapping the ball.
Keyshawn Muckle, sorry, I've got that name. I finally got that name right. I apologize for anybody there. We sometimes get these, and these types of font these teams use amaze me. I'm a Times New Roman guy.
For sure.
We got some definite there as Clarksville's got their team back out there, Glover under center. It's going to be a tight field. I tell you, that wide side of the field right there, I would watch somebody go in motion.
Look for motion here to the right-hand side.
Yeah, and then Lee maybe on a pass. Nope, they're going to go straight up the gut, and it's going to be he's going to be met.
He's met by Rolo again.
Right there, Rolo, and then the .com was our halftime guest there, Mr. Houchin. There you go.
And that's the thing. Rolo just kind of puts his head down and is just a wall right there.
Because you take two guys on,
and
then all of a sudden you're running back, and you've got you're like, oh my God, my linemen
are right in front of me.
I can't go anywhere.
And that's where with the Generals having a young team here, this is one of those things with an experienced running back.
You can
kinda
bounce
keep
out.
your eyes up,
Yeah.
and you look for that cutback.
Yep. And that's what Lamar did so well for him a couple of years ago.
Yes.
And then we're seeing here now, man, if they go to Muckle again, he has already got his hands on his hips. I think we're going to see something. Oh, there's defensive shift. It's going to be a handoff. Nope. It's going to be delayed to number 5 there. And that is going to be Josh Hall, and he's going to be kind of met right at the line of scrimmage as the Senators kind of trying to get out of there. On a play like that, the one thing you don't want to do is get a penalty.
Yeah.
You got them on 4th down. You don't want to do anything stupid. And that was a great play by the Senators. I think the Generals are going to be punting from their personnel.
Yeah, they're switching out. It looks like they're going to punt this one away.
Well, and can you really blame them? Outside of 2 big plays, we've not, offensively not really done much.
Yeah.
Hayden Morrow back deep to return this.
I kind of wish that we would have went ahead and kicked that deep. I know our
Yes.
defense has got a lot of rally behind them,
Uh-huh.
especially with that safety that they just got. I know the calls are a little bit different.
I
but
don't know
really
they have enough guys on the field. That's
They're
right.
running one out.
So Sam Moreland had to wait.
But now they're down to 4, 3,
2. They're going to get this. Nope, they're going to be a penalty. Delay a game.
Oh, no, going to be a false start.
Looks like it may have been on their center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which doesn't it's a penalty.
Yeah.
It was going to be a delay game anyway, so they're going to start it again. Both of them are 5-yard penalties, so
The Senators are going to change some personnel here.
And that's the thing is you look at it is Robert Cooley is their center. He's a freshman.
Yeah, and that's hard when you're sitting there and you're trying to remember. And then the snap count's different on a punt.
Yeah, for sure.
And you got Rolo right over the top of you.
Yeah.
A lot of speed here. All Senators got somebody through, but they didn't get it. It's going to be bouncing. Lee's going to down it. He's going to take a bounce. He's going to touch it at about the 32-yard line, and that's where the Senators will start their drive. Where else would we start?
It's got to be between 30 and 40.
Hey, we're at the golden hour, though. The sunlight's coming in. I love this time.
My scoreboard's finally working. Those of you at home, I'm sorry for the scoreboard because it picks up off of the scoreboard.
Yeah.
So when the sun is going at our scoreboard, it just messes with my scoreboard here. So
what Mr. Akers is saying, if you would like to come and be one of another tech operator and sit here and manually put stuff in, we'd appreciate that too. So we can get a fifth person on there.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate our scoreboard operators up here, that take care of the scoreboard, and we pull the data straight from that. But the sunlight here, when it shines at it, it just drives my software crazy. So those of you at home, it should be better now.
It showed 800 to nothing last week for a minute. It was kind of cool. It was kind of cool. My daughter said, "It's 800 to nothing." I said, "No, thankfully."
Yeah, please don't send me those messages because there's plenty of them, I'm sure.
Do send us your messages if you're at home watching or where you're from.
Yeah, I haven't got an update from Hunter's wife who snapped me and said, she was at home watching the game with the 3 little kids running around behind the couch.
My gosh.
I got a video, but she said it's the best way to watch the football game.
Yeah.
That is something there.
Those of you who are at home watching or listening, our packages are still out there. It's $175 for the whole year. Last year we did 103 events, so that breaks down to a little over $1.10 per event if you watch them all. And that covers literally the whole year, not just football.
I mean, you get your basketball, you get your.
And it's all of it. I mean, literally everything that we do, you get.
The girls volleyball team on a tear. They're going to be home finally. They've
been
on the road.
They've been on the road for 6 games straight. They were at Henryville last night and pulled out the 4-set win there. Yeah. So great job to the girls volleyball team.
A lot of great. Coach Johnson's got the cross country team out and running. I was watching them. Man, what a week of trying to pull that off. He talked about out here.
I don't have that one figured out. How I can live stream that.
That's going to be a challenge.
A lot of GoPros.
A lot of GoPros.
I'm going to say I'm going to need a Ranger, and I get to sit in the back of it.
Farmer Dan's got us hooked up.
In front of that Ranger.
As Hunt's going to be, we got a little confusion back there as he's going to move Isaiah Dennis over to the left side. He's got Tyler Miller to the right and dotted by Collier in the backfield there.
And I see this setup, and I see Hayden Morrow out there wide.
Oh, what
nice
a great
run by
run.
22.
Like
that's Jamison Collier.
Yeah, that's Collier up the middle.
And that's what you do with 5:58 there on the Eddie Gilstrap Salem Card Show scoreboard. 8-0 lead for the Senators. They're just trying to, get some of those first downs there, those Aaron Shockey Farm Bureau Insurance first downs.
I keep seeing Hayden go out there to that far left side. I think they're kind of really focusing on let's separate Christian Lee out of the.
As they've got a guy, 65 just came off, and I don't know that he was replaced. So let's count if they got 10 or 11. 1, 2.
4 on the line, 5.
Yeah, they got it.
They got it. Yes, as
Drops back for the
Hunt's
pass.
going to be. He threw it, and that's where you sometimes the quarterback he kind of double takes.
I think he got a little nervous there because he's never really been able to sit in the pocket.
He got to sit for a second.
Yeah.
And we were talking before. You kind of get that 1, 2, 3 because you got 9 guys coming. It doesn't matter if they're good; they're just going to be coming at you.
They're coming at you.
Well, and that was Isaiah Dennis who was out there to catch it, and he was ready to turn upfield and go. And before he was able to go, he didn't catch the ball.
You do A before B, and
you're seeing a lot of different stuff that is not normally the traditional way of Jeremy Lowry offense, and I think that's because of the speed and agility that this Senator team offers to be able to be more diverse.
As Collier's going to run it up the middle there, it's going to be a couple yards. Looks like he gets it to about the 40, which is going to push Senators about 2 yards, about a yard short. Wow, what a great spot, though. That takes it. Oh, my gosh, look at that spot.
Hey, do we have anybody that sponsors fourth downs yet?
No.
We need a good insurance company or to do that or another one, or a bail bondsman or something like that. There you go. There we go. So here we go. Here's going to be Hunt's going to take it under center. He's going to hand it off, and we're going to have too many guys in motion. We had 2 guys in motion. Everybody's moving. I think that is such a hard play, and it's going to push us back as they're going to be looking. I think there was several guys, and that's what Coach Lowry's like. We got it, and we in that play you just stay put.
Yeah, this is one of those things that's the first time we've seen Jeremy get all hyped up. And I think that's been kind of coming. He kind of kept his cool
and now
through
comes
the first first quarter.
And now comes the punt, and hopefully Gavin can pin them back there because you got to remember Clarksville gets the second half kickoff, and you don't want them. Their offense has been a little stagnant, but they are athletic. They have a lot of ability. I'm making sure there are 12 guys on the field right now.
It looks like Lee's going to be back for the return here.
He's going to be back for the return, so he's dropping back as Hunt gets it. He's going to get a high. There's only one guy back there.
Heads up.
And then it's going to take a bounce. Get that right now. Oops. As that ball is down right there.
Watch him. If he picks that up, they can tackle him.
Yep. They've blown it dead.
Whistle was blown there.
Yeah. We don't. I wish we had some kind of technology where we could hear the whistle on the field.
Yeah.
Because that would have, you pick that up, you would definitely be depleted.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually seen that one time. I think it was the 2014 class. He was on a kickoff. John Brennan ran all the way down through here, and the kid that actually picked up the ball, he literally decleated him, and I think his helmet flew 15 or 30 feet after he hit him.
Needs some Mosier chiropractic after that.
Most definitely.
Definitely. Yeah. There we go. So, yeah. And if you'd like to sponsor us, give Mr. Akers actually the best way is Mr. Darren Russell, our athletic director. He's a full-time. We're doing other jobs. Mr. Russell does that. He likes reaching out to you. And I'll tell you what, you get a lot of eyes on your product and your business. That's what we have here at West Washington. So we'll get through all of our sponsors as we go through the day. You heard our things. They're going to put Glover back under center here. He's got Lee to the left. So they did bring in number 15, James Nunnery, there in the backfield, it looks like. And it's going to be that's number
rolling out
rolling
for a pass here.
It's going to be a pass. He's got Jack Armstrong hunting him down. Jack fighting through.
He's
Keep
looking
fighting.
for Lee
Keep
here.
fighting. He's going to throw it off the back foot. So he's going to be out of bounds. Out of bounds.
Yeah.
So did not matter. An uncatchable ball. And he was trying to say he was in. It was never even there.
Not even close. He's 2 feet out of 2 feet completely out of bounds.
Now, if you ever get on a video game and you can challenge the play, and
that's one of the things that I kind of was surprised. Yeah. I guess the challenge flag is new to college this year.
Yeah, I guess you are right. That is right. Yeah. I don't know. I guess they're paying their players enough now they can start challenging. I can't tell you. It ruins. Okay, I'll get off my soapbox. Ball State opens up against somebody so we can pay the bills up there. My alma mater. As the Generals are under center there. And Glover is going to have, and I tell you, he's got Lee to the right side there. That's somebody we talked about. It's going to be another pass.
He's going
to roll out. So he's got Lee right there. But right here, he's going to get hit big time by McFeeters. Xander McFeeters. And
that's a big solo tackle, especially for a loss of almost 10 yards. That's a huge thing, especially for him. I think is he a sophomore, right?
By McFeeters. Xander McFeeters when he makes his tackle like that, because that's going to be huge. And there's going to be 3:54. Coach Lowry's got all 3 timeouts left, so he can, if he stops him here, he can use it and give the Senators a little bit of time and see what happens. So plenty of time for the Senators that we've seen to score if they drop back and
You know, you're kind of getting into that area now where you get to maybe see a 2 count.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know. We haven't seen that all night.
No.
I'm just interested to see if our guys are
Oh,
going
delayed handoff, and that's going to be right there.
Nice
That
tackle
is
by
Wyatt Wallace.
55. Wyatt Wallace comes flying in.
WW.com there. He was at the end of that tackle.
Yeah, that was a great way to wrap up there and bring him down.
And that's going to be 3:16 there for you wrestling fans.
So we got about 4th and 18.
4th and Campbellsburg.
4th and Campbellsburg, yeah.
4th and Campbellsburg.
It's going to be a long one there as they put number 12 in there, Sam Moreland, to punt. And he's had some havoc. They got a lot of beef up on that line right now.
Yeah, you got Lee over here shaking his head. He's like, man, we had it going.
Had it going, yeah, and that's –
I just got a text saying, hey, we do a great job, but they love the sideline camera.
I like it. Oh, high snap to Moreland. It's going to be just barely getting off. And it's going to be
Hayden's going to return
he's turning.
There.
He's got to shake and bake. He's got one guy beat.
Nice
he's got 2
move
guys
there.
beat.
And he's stripped up.
Yeah,
right there.
Just a shoestring tackle there. So
he sheds 3 tackles and ends up falling on a shoelace.
He does, and that's Hayden goes and he's a player who's got so much speed. I wish he knew how fast he was.
Yeah.
Because he gets going, and it's so hard when you shake one guy because you slow down. He kept moving, and if you can keep your feet moving, Bobby Stevens, who we always watch, he just kept his feet moving.
Yeah.
And
his feet were moving the whole time.
It's so hard to bring down. As they've substituted some guys in and out. Hopefully we got a little bit of confusion on our offensive line there. Nothing like your right tackle.
Bonus to this is the play clock is just now starting.
Okay, we're good. 2:35 left here in the second quarter. As Hunt goes under center, he's going to take the snap. It's going to be handoff to Collier. Collier's going to get about 5 or 6. He's still driving. He's going to get pushed back. It's going to be about at the 50s where they're going to spot him. So that's going to be a great gain for the Senators. And on top of that, he held on to the ball. So
Brad, I'm really, really liking this because we haven't seen plays all night long right in front of us.
We've had this. We need to.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. Every play I see is right in front of me.
So if you don't know how this works, Craig gets to see everything. We're sitting here with our own.
We got posts and stuff we got to look around.
And we're blessed, our press box, one of these days.
AC.
One of these days we'll get a glass one, surround it, and we'll be all right. It's Hunt's under center here. He's going to get the snap. Dennis in motion right there. Okay, he's got it handled. Dennis cuts up the left side, right side. He pulls it.
Tries to lay a big hit there.
On number 9.
Number 9, and that's going to be Jacob Corbett. And he is, but not before Dennis.
Yeah, brings him down after an 18-yard gain there. So that's a great run.
149. Did we call a timeout there? Or
I don't think so.
We're rolling
clock.
Clock's
so
rolling.
149. So, and that's where, I think you take a shot here. I think you do. I think you roll out now that you've set that up, and that may not be to. I tell you, man, Morrow or
I don't
Colton
look for
Brown
it on this play, but I look for it on the next one.
Okay. Colton Brown out there.
You got to kind of make him think, hey, we're going to punch you in the mouth there, and then drop it right in
So right there is Collier.
That's Collier back up the middle again for a nice gain.
I bring up Brown because they've gotten burnt by Morrow.
Yes.
But
they're going to key in on him.
And so then you're going to have Brown about where Kent Chapman, the trainer for Clarksville, is over there, our former trainer who helps out with Baptist Health, helping our athletes. We're very thankful. I think right there is going to be that angle right there around
Cordell Clay, number 4 for the Generals, also just checked out.
Morrow take Lee all the way back to the back corner, and you're going to catch a little swing out here from one of our running backs.
As we got Dennis right here, he's going to go in motion to this side. It's going to be a pitch again to him. He's got a whole student body. And he's going to get a lot, but he's going to be short of first down with 48 seconds left. Looks like Coach is going to call one. He does with 45.6 left. And we're going to be taking a timeout here on West Washington Livestream. You're listening to WWSR.
United Producers, Inc. We are the largest livestock marketing company in the world. We currently have 17 auction markets and 23 direct buying stations across Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan, Tennessee, and Illinois. Our goal is to market your livestock to maximize your dollar while implementing animal safety procedures. To find your local market, visit our website at uproducers.com or contact Ryan Batt at 812-620-0769. Again, that is 812-620-0769. Farmer owned, farmer values.
Welcome back. Welcome
back to Senator Nation.
Yes, thank you. I was skipping like a CD in 1995 there.
Need some toothpaste.
Need some sitting there. My iced coffee just hit right there as we go. Center's going to need a big first down here. It's 3rd and 4 with 45.6 seconds left. So we got the second quarter. We got some. Oh, we have somebody with a chin strap not buckled there. Got to get that. You know, we talk about a young team there. You got to have that. Good job by the officials making sure everybody's safe. Center's a little strong to the right. Oh, Dennis is going to be delayed.
Drop back
right there.
to the pass. There it is.
It's Morrow.
Hayden Morrow up the middle.
He's got it.
Touchdown.
Booyah.
There's another touchdown for the Senators.
Wow. And Hayden.
There it was again. Caught through safety sleeping.
Right. Oh, Dennis
and that's what they do.
Delayed.
Drop back to the pass. There it is.
It's Morrow.
Hayden Morrow up the middle.
He's got it.
Booyah.
There's another touchdown for the Senators.
Yeah, I believe I called that a minute ago.
You
didn't
did. You were sitting there as the Senators use up a lot of clock, taking it down to 44 seconds here. And poor Gavin, hopefully he's got enough gas left in him here to get this.
The last one was no good.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can.
And the
this one
snap was good.
The snap and the hold were good. It was just off his foot a little bit funny.
Now this is going to be something you're going to see out of Clarksville. Are they going to push as hard? Because the score.
They're bringing everybody.
Yeah, they're bringing everybody. They're going to bring it. It's going to be up.
They blocked it.
They blocked it. Yeah.
What they don't know is they could have.
Nope.
Yep. Not advanced there.
Right.
So we got it. So Centers, though, fortunately for that safety, they've got a 2-touchdown lead here, 14-0 over the Clarksville Generals. We're going to step aside for a quick commercial break. You're listening to West Washington Livestream on WWSR.
Expertise, resources, commitment. At Sullivan Financial, we offer a team approach to financial planning, offering you a broader scope of expertise than you will likely find in any one person. Clients are our main priority, which is why we work to understand your unique circumstances and ultimately create a distinctive plan that provides a roadmap for your financial journey. Located in Mitchell, Indiana, they can be reached at 812-849-2670. That's 812-849-2670.
Welcome back to West Washington Livestream alongside Doc Holliday himself and my other brother over here, Mr. Craig Akers.
The Wizard.
The Wizard. That's a Newhart show reference,
Yeah.
which went totally over.
I got it.
You got it.
I got it.
Over Hunter's head. But
before Hunter was born.
Yeah. We were young ones then, Mr. Akers. We were young. As a great 14-0 here lead for the Senators. Finally started, hey, we'll throw the ball over you. There you go. So they're going to be kicking off here as Hunt's going to be dropping back to kick. He's had a lot of action, this poor kid. He's put a lot of miles on tonight. And the Senators going to be looking back as Lee is deep. I don't know. I
sure hope they look to pin him deep on this one.
Yes, as they. Oh my! They got that. We got it. We got it. That is Brandon Leap on the 50. He's got it. And just like that.
20 comes up with that.
Well, that's Braden Leap.
Yeah,
comes up.
that's a great.
As they're going to argue where it's at. Coach Lowry's saying it's on the 50.
The ball hit the 50.
The ball hit
right
the
past
50.
the 50.
It touched.
It's probably about the 49, and then he slid back after making contact.
Oh, what a horrible spot. But, hey, what if he got it in the 50 and got pushed back?
That's what I see.
That's what I see. Let's go. Let's see what they're going to do. They're going to say.
Shame we don't have replay.
Oh, well, funny story.
We do. We're looking at it here.
I'm scrubbing back, finding it.
We're working on it.
We once again, if you'd like to donate to West Washington Livestream, you get us a full truck out here. That would be one of these days we'll be able to do that and have a full team, and we can pay people better than me to do these games. And
that was executed very well.
It was. I loved it. Because they were not ready for it. We said, we're going to pin them deep. And so now you've got Clarksville. They probably feel extremely disrespected on that. So let's see if they do. But if Glover's back there, they did lead with a package earlier, but they're going to put Glover right back there. So Rolo, Houchin, and then out here Clooney wide.
I look for definitely a big shot here.
Deep right here. They're going to take it. It's going to be right there. Handoff to Hall. Hall's going to get some yards. He's going to get up to about the 45.
Bring in a timeout.
Yeah, they're going to call a timeout.
as they're going to.
We're going to stay with you here through this time.
Yeah.
So
we got a lot of scores at halftime we're going to get to. We also got Commissioner's Corner with Commissioner Paul Neidig. Always great to do that, and appreciate that. If you ever get that, help support IHSA athletics if you can. Especially, we're thankful to them. We're running through Huddle, correct now?
Correct. So the sign-in looks a little different for those of you buying the game. You actually sign into Huddle, which has purchased the Blue Frame company, which is what everybody streams to. So it used to be Blue Frame, that's where you logged in. Now it's under Huddle, but same great service, same great stuff that you're getting. Just kind of makes it all kind of flow together.
Craig, why is it so important for us to be a part of this? Can you tell us why?
So that because we're part of the IHSA Champions Network for the educational broadcasting, that allows us to then bring you the sectional, the regional, the semi-states, allows us to bring you those coverages through the IHSA. If you're not part, you don't get to broadcast those. So when it comes sectional time, we can go wherever and live stream that game. So that's one of the big advantages of that. Also, it gives our school and our kids, the chance to be part of a broadcast.
Yes, it is. And we've had some kids come up and do a way better job than us at this. We'd like nothing more. I miss Titan. I can't wait for Titan to graduate here in a couple years, and I just go and slide down here and set in the air conditioning. As there's going to be a snap, and it's going to be a pass. Oh, man, Rolo's on him, but he's going to skirt past there. Glover's got some yards, but he's going to dive.
He's going to pick up the first down.
He is with about 27.1, and so they're going to be taking a timeout there. That's going to be their last timeout. And they'll probably take a shot here in the end zone.
Yeah, that gets them close enough. They can take a shot at the end zone.
They can take 4 if they really do it right.
This is one of those things. You got a young offense out on the field. I know the Senators would have rallied to the ball right there, got the ball off, and made that first play, catch their defense on the heels, and then called your timeout.
Yeah. Going back to the Champions Network, one thing that really amazes me, and I'm so proud of us, you get on there. We're up there right next to the Carmels of the world, the Westfields of the world, the Sheridans, these big time places. You see us, you type in West, you're going to see West Washington pop up. A lot of times we're one of the first teams on there because our broadcast and crew, Heath there, thank you so much. I know he's a big fan of ours. You're in constant contact. I can say Craig has a lot of schools that reach out to him. How do you do this?
Yeah, it's quite a process to get it set up. If you ever come and look at our setup at a home game or an away game, it's quite a
Craig comes up here, he spends a lot. It's a labor of love. We talked about how we spend, I spent over 4 hours this week getting stuff ready, and we got it done ahead of time, which is great.
Yeah, it makes my life easy when I get stuff early. Just like those of you who want to sponsor, we'll always, find a way to get you on the air, but it's way better if we can get it early in the week.
Yes, right there is Glover. He's going to be under center. He's got a split backfield of Hall, and
drop back.
He's going to be drilled right there, and he never gets the pass really anywhere near a receiver.
Yeah, it never really gets away because he got hit as soon as he was
got a flag over there on that far side too. I can see just in behind a foot there.
Got a hold.
I mean, you take the penalty, you push him back regardless down, and just push him back because it pushes him further.
Yeah, they're going to get 4 plays here anyway in this 23 seconds.
So, Hunter, what are you really looking for? Is it to try to get Lee open there for him?
I think that's kind of what their plan is here. It's kind of one of those things that he's their go-to. He's been the go-to for their quarterback every time he's tried to roll out. I know he's met a lot of Senators as far as when he's trying to roll out, and that's kind of what's messed these plays up. He hasn't really been able to get that ball off to him.
So is Hayden just making sure he's the deepest guy?
Yeah, so Hayden's rolling as a free safety right now. They're probably playing a man and then one free safety if I had to guess. I know they do a lot of off man, so that's probably what
dropping back. Here's another pass. He's got a whole herd. It's going to be thrown. There's no receiver over there.
Yep, there we go.
And I kind of like that. That's going to push him further back, and you get another. You're hoping that maybe there's a fumble.
We're going to get an intentional
grounding.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying is I know that, you see Lee, he ran that post route right towards Hayden. He was hoping he could get the ball to him in the middle of the field and try to either shed Hayden or at least get by him. And we've seen Hayden make great open field tackles as well.
And here's what's bad. The intentional grounding is a spot foul. So from where he threw it,
now,
then it's 5 yards.
The Senators had 2 timeouts left. And you could if they get another penalty or something and the clock's still running, go ahead, just say, let's go.
We're still sitting on a first down, though, too.
Yeah, I'm just saying just to make them keep having to run plays, basically to the point where they have to take a knee.
one of those situations where I look for Coach Gibson to call a prevent, kind of drop his guys
I'm
back.
telling you,
Clarksville, keep everything underneath.
Clarksville, you take a knee here. I'm sorry. I think
Yeah,
it really is.
There's no need.
There's no need.
Yeah.
Well, nothing good is going to happen here for you.
Yeah, you may have an interception and it might get took for 6.
Yes, and there's going to be a penalty.
There's
again.
another offside.
It's going to be on the centers, maybe. No.
Or maybe
he was. I think that he's calling that for their. Looks like it was a knee brace or something.
Offsides on the centers.
Okay.
And that looked like the right guard there or the left
I think he
guard.
lined up in,
in
the
neutral zone.
Okay.
So I don't know if that was Trekker coming off there as he's going to get an earful maybe, or somebody was lined up.
I don't think it was Trekker who was offsides.
Yeah.
It may have been Rollo who lined up offsides.
And then you don't know, and that's where you can always check. And so he's got it. So right here, and it's going to be Glover's going to be under center. He's going to take that. He's going to get. Oh, he's going to take a. Just fall down.
He's been taking a beating, so that was his first instinct.
Well, and you see Clarksville's not taking a timeout here. They're just going to let this clock run, and in this first half where the Senators do lead 14-0.
Yeah, so that's going to take us to the halftime show sponsored by
Washington County Community Foundation, big sponsor of West Washington Live Stream. They're our halftime sponsor tonight, along with all year. Everything we do, they're our halftime sponsor.
Very thankful to them. If you can help donate to that. For all of us, we'll be back in a little bit. Enjoy this.
Gates, Carnegie, Rockefeller. I'm not. Generous, caring, rich in spirit, I am. You don't have to be a person of great wealth to make an impact. When caring individuals give through a flexible, creative, capable organization known as a community foundation, our philanthropic potential is unlimited. As your local community foundation, we provide you the opportunity to permanently support the causes you care about, both near and far. We do this by protecting and administering permanent funds through thoughtful grant making to improve the quality of life in the community we serve. Simply put, donors who give through a community foundation build sustainable, permanent funds called endowments through contributions, big and small, to support organizations they care about most, forever. Through the generosity of our many donors and the responsible, informed investment of permanent funds, we will increase our grant-making ability for the benefit of our community for generations to come. All we need is you. What causes are you passionate about? What organization matters most to you? We can help you ensure your charitable interests are supported forever. Donors can give to an existing endowment or establish their own. Some choose to give now, while others make their gift later through their will or estate plan. To learn what your options are, talk to your community foundation. We're here to help you reach your philanthropic goals. If you love our community, let's leave our little corner of the world a bit better than we found it. Not just today, but for future generations too. The Washington County Community Foundation has been making our home a terrific place to live, work, and play since 1993 through the generosity of donors just like you. Why? Well, just like you, we also really love our community.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Commissioner, last Friday night, opening night for high school football, weather was great, crowds were huge, seemed like all in all a tremendous night.
Oh, it was, Coach. I mean, it was the first chapter in the high school football story for this year, and it was. I mean, we received a lot of information back. Our staff was out across the state watching games, and, you know, it's that time-honored tradition that local community does every year when it turns the lights on for the first football game, and people showed up. And as the teams, they say, then they showed out. We're still a few weeks away from knowing who's going to be, you know, really good and who's got a good chance of making it to Lucas Oil Stadium, the home of the Colts. But, again, it was just a phenomenal night.
One of those nights where two number ones go down to defeat. Not something that happens very often, but we have to underscore the fact that it is the first week. There's some really good football teams, and coaches still aren't really sure exactly where they are and what they have. And that's why we talk about that concept of making improvement from game one to game two as being one of the most important weekends of the year.
Oh, that's exactly right. You know, I have a brother that's an assistant coach down in southern Indiana at the old alma mater, North Posey, and and they won their football game, but that staff immediately went to work when that game was over with that night, dissecting film, communicating. Then they got their kids in, looked at them on Saturday, got them all, make sure that all their health checks were done. But then they went right back to work in the coach's office on Sunday, and they're putting together a game plan, finding ways that they can improve. And it was just that effort made, and it's incredible the amount of work, but the passion our adults have in working with our student athletes and trying to give them the best possible opportunity to win a football game and succeed on the field and meet their goals.
We're talking with the commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Paul, something that I paid attention to, and I know you do, but the weather was great, which meant you had big crowds. And the importance of that is hard to underscore, hard to state for people. You're financing an entire athletic program oftentimes off what the revenue from football is. So the better the weather, the more tickets you sell, the more money you make. Those tickets are incredibly important for you to support the student athletes in your community. And we're hopeful that we can have similar weather throughout this football season.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we want to, we're chasing a little heat this week to make sure we keep our kids hydrated and following proper protocols. But, it's going to cool down a little bit towards the end of the week. And, yeah, it is so important for people just to show up and go watch a football game and support. And it doesn't have to be football. It can be anything that's going on at the high school that week, whether it be volleyball or boys or girls soccer. And it's just the purity of high school students participating for their school. And you got to get out there and watch them. And it's fun to watch the game, but it's really about providing resources for schools to develop kids that are going to give back to their communities in many ways through the rest of their lives. And it's just so important. And it all starts with going out and watching the game.
We also have, obviously, our fall sports in full swing. It's a great time of the year, and it's fantastic to be on these campuses of our schools watching and being a part of what's happening with the fall sports programs.
Absolutely, Coach. I enjoy it so much to get out there and watch what goes on in these communities. And again, it's part of the fabric of this great state and the state of Indiana, because an education-based athletic system still matters here. And not all the states across this country can say that.
He's the commissioner of the IHSAA. It's Paul Neidig. This is our weekly conversation about all things IHSAA related. Get out to a ball game, support the student athletes in your community, and make sure sportsmanship is your number one goal. Do it and do it the right way. Commissioner, great to spend time with you. As always, have a great weekend.
Thanks, Coach, and thank you for promoting this great sporting world of Indiana across your radio network.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
In 2015, we launched the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. This is phase 2 of the Happily Ever After project. With the assistance of several local donors and sponsors, along with 5 years of fundraising by the Washington County Youth Foundation, we finally had enough resources to launch the service. The Dolly Parton Imagination Library is a free service that mails age-appropriate books to all required Washington County children under the age of 5. Although the faces of the leadership of the Washington County Community Foundation have changed over time, as is always the case with any healthy, thriving organization, the core values and mission remain the same. We continue to work diligently to assist our donors in creating a legacy that is meaningful to them. All of our success is directly related to the generosity of the sons and daughters of Washington County. We will continue to help our donors give back to our community through our foundation and improve the quality of life in our county.
Welcome to West Washington Livestream. This is Brad Mills. I'm sitting here with senior lineman, Mr. Alex Houchin. Alex, we were talking before we went on here about, the joys of getting interviewed. You're not real thrilled with that, but I appreciate you doing this for us. So, Alex, we were talking. You came out to football a little later. When did you come out for football?
So I decided to come out sophomore year. Hadn't been in a long time since I'd ever played. Thought, hey, why not? It might be fun.
And have you had fun over the years?
Oh, yeah, tons of fun. Football's been everything I've hoped for.
So they call you Papaw and all these nicknames. Is it because you're the older guy on the team, or what? Where does that originate from?
To be honest, I'm not sure. It just happened one day, and it's just been going on like that.
Well, I guess there could be worse nicknames, if you were looking at it. So you're all right there. So you get out here, what is one of your favorite parts of what's your favorite part, and then probably your least favorite part of football?
My favorite part is definitely game day, getting out there, having fun with the team. Usually it's a little nervous and anxious, but it's really fun.
So do you have a favorite pregame meal spot to go to?
No, usually we have the team meal, and then I don't ever go anywhere before that.
That's a true lineman who knows he's going to have a long and hot night there, and he's doing that. Linemen, I'll be honest, buddy, don't get the respect they deserve. You do all the hard work, and the only time you get your name called is when you're doing a penalty or something, probably, right?
Yeah.
So you have that. So when you look at football as a whole, there, and what you've learned from it, is there a favorite memory you've had here in these years playing football?
Well, my favorite memory was it was sophomore year. We were playing, and we weren't playing. We were in a team bonding activity. It was a sleepover. We were all in the locker room. It was tons of fun. People from all ages and stuff. We were in there having tons of fun, making stories, making people laugh. Super enjoyable experience.
See, I'm from the aspect of the coach. I never sleep, and then everybody's in there, and then you wake up and usually got something to do the next day, and you're exhausted. So I have the opposite memories of those days. I don't miss those at all. So you go out here on Friday night. We've got we took a pretty good misstep there in the first week. I know the team is still very positive about that. It's just one game. So how's everybody been trying to recoup for the rest of the season here?
We've all been pretty good, tough loss, but we're all bouncing back from it. It's something we just got to shrug off our shoulders, get back into it, ready for the next game.
That's a good philosophy to have. So I've asked Tyler this last week his favorite Coach Lowry memory that he could share with me. He said, or something he said, is there anything Coach Lowry or maybe one of these other coaches, Coach Nance or Coach Burks or any of those that are really lasting memory for you?
Well, Tyler's completely right. There's a lot that we can't say.
I think it's just that they know this is going on the air.
Yeah, but Lowry, my favorite moment with him was probably with I was just starting, and he came up to me one day, and he was messing with me, and he was picking on me and everything. I've just remembered that ever since then, and I was just super funny, super enjoyable guy.
Now, here's my question, Alex. If you had a 10-yard head start, could you beat Coach Lowry into the locker room?
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt I could beat him.
He takes off like that, and hopefully the Senators take off. Alex, thanks for joining us here on the Halftime Show.
Thank you, Mr. Mills.
Appreciate it, bud.
In 2012, the Washington County Community Foundation began working on its next big initiative, Education Matters. The goal of Education Matters is to increase the educational attainment of adults residing in our county. The initial focus has centered on adults with some college and no degree. With the assistance of scholarships and a peer mentoring program, The foundation began helping adults return to college to complete their degree or obtain a certification in 2013. Realizing that strength lies in numbers, Washington County partnered with Clark, Floyd, Harrison, and Scott counties to create Education Matters Southern Indiana. This initiative continues to build.
Welcome back to our Sanders Field here on West Washington Livestream WWSR, as we've got a plethora of scores for our halftime show tonight. I was able to get a couple. We were sitting here and getting them, and a lot of scores going around. Next week's opponent, Mitchell's down 0-48 right now to Springs Valley. The Salem Silver Creek game is 0-0 right now. The Tell City Eastern game is Tell City up 14-0. We've got Brown County up 24-0 over Crawford County right now. Brownstown up 42-0 over Charlestown. We've got Cloverdale 35-0 over possible sectional opponent there, Edinburgh, and South Dearborn up 7-0 over Madison D. The North Decatur score I did not get.
I didn't see one for that. Did you say Tecumseh?
Tecumseh, what is that one?
I've got it. Tecumseh 7, Pike Central 21. So that Pike Central team is the one that Clarksville played last week.
Very big line we talked about.
Tecumseh would be a sectional opponent if we were in our old sectional, not in our new one.
And we're all over the place. North Central, North Davies. We play North Davies 0-0. I saw that. Didn't know if we had a score. That'll be one of our road games. So will we be online or
we'll be there with radio. I haven't heard about live stream or not.
So we might have to have a good pregame meal before that up there in North Davies.
Well, what's funny is, remember last time we went to North Davies, we did the game backwards.
Backwards, yes.
We had our backs to the field and used the camera and a monitor to call the game.
2020 was a heck of a time, my friend.
Yeah.
We never saw the field, and that's when North Davies had a big air attack and did not get to use any of it. And
because it was raining cats and dogs.
There was a lot. So it has been raining turnovers in this first half for the Senators, but they've somehow made their way. It is now 14-0. Thankfully, a timely safety by Colin Hasty there. And then the air raid came out here as we a couple years ago, I know when Coach Bowsman, there was a big air raid thing he talked about, and that's kind of what the Senators did there. Gavin Hunt sits back in the pocket and makes some good throws, and Hayden Morrow's got his 2-touchdown game there. If you had him on your fantasy team, you are very happy.
Yeah, living high with him.
Most people don't know, but that's the first 2 touchdowns that Hayden Morrow's ever had in a varsity football game playing offense.
Now, what about last week's one?
Well, I mean, same game.
Okay, same game.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. So he's this year.
In the same game.
Same game. So he's got 2 in the same one. So, Doc, we got this this kickoff here that's going to be good. You were talking about pinning them. We've tried the little pooch kick. What are we doing this? What do you think of this one?
You know, I've been proved wrong twice here. You know, it's one
So
of those.
pretty much whatever he calls it, we're going to do the opposite.
Yeah, something like that. I think we're going to run the ball all the way down the field tonight. And
Hey, it's all right. I think we do try to kick away from Lee. I think it's probably going to be towards, I would say, over here towards our sideline because we will be kicking that way. I think, no, we'll be kicking away from the scoreboard. But yeah, we'll be kicking towards our sideline. That's what you do. And with a kid like Gavin Hunt, that's one of the best things you can do. You can tell Gavin, hey.
Well, you know, and I like how they play him by the surprise.
Yeah.
You know, that they weren't expecting that one bit. I mean,
No.
the kid over here, he turned, he was headed back and didn't even realize the ball was coming to him.
And it's going to be very interesting. We see now that you go back to a cool locker room.
Yeah.
And you come back out and it's still muggy.
This is when the cramps come.
This is when
Yeah.
You
We
go in
talked
that
about
cool
that last week.
that cool locker room, and then you come back out into this heat.
As we see somebody on the sidelines for Clarksville already getting stretched out over there.
Yep.
So Kent Chapman is going to have his hands full there. The trainer for the Senators and the Generals tonight, he helps out a lot, and I do appreciate Kent. He's always been was with us during the 19 and 20 teams.
Correct.
A great guy. Always good to have on the sidelines. He's a Clarksville guy, so that's why he's over there with them. A lot shorter drive there. So our athletes are very blessed that we have that we can have them and get them out here. So
Yeah, I talked to Keith earlier this year, and you know, we're still kind of trying to find a full-time trainer here. You know, we've got the partnership with Baptist, trying to get, you know, somebody in this area that can come and help, and you know, they're trying to get one. Just hasn't happened that we've got one here full time yet, so we've got kind of a fill-in from everywhere else, you know, whatever we play that.
It's very hard. I've got an associate degree in athletic training, and I can tell you it's long hours and a lot of thankless things. I mean, it truly is. I remember when I decided I was at Ball State on a football field on a Sunday at 6 a.m., and I said, that's
what I'm going to school for.
I need to go do something else. I went on, and so that's where I transitioned over to the world of full-time of education, and it's easy there. So we do have some. I tell you what, there's some guys I don't want to kick to.
Some clean jerseys out there.
Jerseys. Now I do say that you got Brody Yates back there and Miles Yates, 81 there. We're looking at him. That is Ethan Sadler, but really number 40 back there. I don't want to kick it towards their sideline. I try to kick it towards ours. So I'm thinking Josh Hall over here towards ours will be where this ball will go.
You know, and that's one of the players that their coach said in your interview that has really been a team leader here for this group.
There you go. That ball's going to be right there. It's going to be Josh Hall. It's going to go off his hands. He's going to have to try to pick it up. He's driving backwards the wrong way. He takes a knee at the 10-yard line, and that's where the Generals are going to start the second half here. Wow.
Well, that's great field
Hey,
position right there
if
for
you're
the
a Senator
Senators.
fan, that's exactly what you want.
I don't know. I know that, Doc, you're young, but you saw the old Bugs Bunny cartoon. That's what it kind of reminded me of. He was going the wrong way, and he kind of started to move his feet, and he just kind of spun out.
Yeah.
And he was lucky to not gotten a lit up because he was going to. Never let that ball get behind you when you're that guy. That's what you don't.
Yeah, you know, and that little hop there, that's what got him. You know,
Yes.
He didn't get his body in front of it to be able to catch it with his shoulder pads, and it just went right over his shoulder.
Can we talk about what great a game Gavin Hunt is having a great game with his foot.
yeah.
He's helped out a lot. He's going through his growing pains at quarterback, but, man, he has helped himself out and helped fill position a lot tonight. So there we go. Glover in the split backfield. Behind him there he's got Hall, and I believe that is number 40, Muckley, back there with him. Here, Hall in motion. They got a guy on the right side who jumped, and that's going to be blown dead. Yeah, that right guard moved.
Yeah, it's kind of. I was like,
And once
he
again,
was focused on that
now
linebacker that he had to go block.
Okay, real quick. That's going to be we're going to go back.
Go back half the distance, so now they're inside the 5.
This is, deja vu. I'm a Reds fan. When they walk somebody, they say walks will haunt you. Well, here these offsides will haunt you.
Yep.
And it haunted them last time with a safety. So let's see if somebody can come up big here for us. As we got that. So sorry about that. Had a little action there somewhere. Some buzzer or something was going off there. Apologize that. As the Senators are going to come with a big attack here. It's going to be
Looks like they're going to run a sweep to the right-hand side.
Yep, there you go. There's Lee. It's going to be a give up the middle. Just trying to get some yards. Just trying to get some yards. That's what you're trying to do. And I mean, that's
you want to get out of that end zone after one safety in a game. You for sure want to put your head down and get some positive yards.
And that's one thing that they've struggled with all night long is just getting that extra yardage. They're getting onesie, twosies, but not after they don't get a loss. I think that first down we're able to get a real good hit on them.
Two guys came off, and one two guys came on and one guy. There he goes. I knew. I was counting. I was like, that did not make sense to me. As they get them off here, it's going to be, they didn't break the huddle, I guess. There's Lee in motion. There's going to be the inside handoff to Muckley. Muckley's going to get cut down right there by Houchin. And
Rollo is right there,
and
too.
And Wyatt Wallace right there.
Well, it looks like the Senators' D-line here come out fresh.
Ooh, they did, yes. They went in there and kind of got themselves, when you're at that home, there is something, Doc, is there something about it when you're at home and you go in your own locker room during halftime versus when you're on the road?
Oh, yeah, of course, man. I mean, you're not either – I know Perry Central, you can't fit all of our guys in there, so you're sitting on the ground.
Yes.
And that's a lot of places. I know Paoli, they don't have the greatest locker room either for the guests. And it makes it a challenge, for everybody to stretch out and get the wind that they need.
A lot of room up the middle here if they want to try to run and get a couple yards. And that's going to be what they're going to do. Oh, it's going to go on the ground. The ball's on the ground, but I think he recovered there, and that's going to be a 4th down. Great play there as you see Rollo coming in. You saw, I'm trying to get all those great numbers there. I saw McFeeters coming in. Clooney with a great number 62 there. A great series, just, clogging up holes. And so this is going to force the Generals to punt, and they've had some trouble.
Yeah, I think this is definitely one of those plays. If that front line on this special teams can get that push, they've been back there every time. The biggest thing is just getting your hands up.
Robert Cooley's going to have a good snap here to the kicker, Sam Moreland. He is all the way back in the O of Senators. There's the snap. It's kind of on the main. Oh, that's going to be a low drive. It's going to be tipped. And it's going to go out of bounds at about the 27-yard line, and that's where the Senators
are. Heck of a field position there for the Senators.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like I said, and I'm sure that Lowry and all the other coaches in there with them, they said, hey, guys, we can see it on top of the press box. Get your hands up.
Mm-hmm.
You're barely missing it every time, and I think that's where they really focused in.
And that's where you get that, when your center's also your long snapper, which is what we had there.
Yeah.
He's got to do a whole nother motion.
He does.
And
he's got to get up.
He's got to get up. And it's not like in youth league where he can stay down or what.
Yeah, he's untouched.
Yep, you got to go. So center's going to be coming up here on the 27. Is Clarksville is struggling with defensive substitutions.
Yeah, getting enough guys on the field.
I mean they've had some guys. There's 2 guys.
They're running another one in.
They have, and the officials nice enough to hold up the play there to kind of help them. If I'm the Senators, I go up there and snap that, and I'll take 9 on 11 all day. All righty, that's going to be motion by Miller. Pitch to Miller. He's got a couple guys in front of him. There he goes.
Let that play develop. Slow up and let it develop.
It's going, and he's going to get some yards and a 1st down.
Looks like he's almost down to the 15 there.
We started off the game, and I said conditioning might be a big factor. You see the Senators come out looking fresh, and the Generals come out looking a little flat.
And that's what you see right here is on the road. They had as many times as we got the wind knocked out of us in the first half. I think Clarksville had it even knocked out worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And I would love to have been down there to see what Jeremy Lowry had to say about those few fumbles that we had.
Oh, yeah. And so you look right here, the Senators are going to come back out. They're going to have a 1st down there on Aaron Shockey. Farm Bureau Insurance 1st down.
That's a mouthful again.
There we go. And this is going to be, it's going to be a pass right over the middle. It's going to go to Miller. He's going to be in the end zone for a touchdown. A 16-yard strike from Hunt to Miller, and a great play there for the senior. He's all over the field as his teammates are hugging on him, and great play. And
this is what we like
Farm
to see.
Bureau Insurance 1st down.
Yeah.
That's a mouthful again.
There we go. And this is going to be ultimate pass right over the middle. It's going to go to Miller. He's going to be in the end zone for a touchdown. A 16-yard strike from Hunt to Miller, and
coming over to
a great play there for the senior. He's all over the field as his teammates are hugging on him, and great play. And 20-0, they're going to kick the extra point, trying to get this. And that's what Coach Lowry said to me once. He said, "You don't want to give too many of your extra 2-point conversion plays away."
Oh yeah, you don't want to show that early in the season, especially when that's something you kind of keep in your back pocket come sectional time.
Here is the snap. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. It's up and good.
There we go.
There we go. And good catch there. One of the ball boys made that is one of the Tankersley boys.
Yeah, it is one of the Tankersley boys.
I can't tell you which one.
I was going to say, can you tell me which one?
Once they get over closer, I can.
There. Auger Duke there with a great catch there. We'll be calling those names someday pretty soon. It's going to be a future is bright. We talk about the youth. We did talk about with Coach Lowry about youth playing really well. I'm very excited. The couple teams play tomorrow. A couple teams have a bye week because we kind of screwed things up by having 2 teams in a lot of divisions. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I love about this is when they took that over, and you heard Dwayne Nance talking about it, Jeremy Lowry talking about it. They're really coaching up this younger group. I know they were saying the other day that in the junior high they have enough kids to make 2 8th-grade teams.
Yes.
And that's a huge thing, especially rolling into high school.
And that's going to be like, and that's where you look at, and some schools, don't have that advantage. I hope we keep a lot of those kids playing next year, especially. You never know. It's very hard when you look at some of these. I have a friend over at a bigger school. They have 1 team.
Yeah.
At a 6A football school, they have 1 team for each grade. It's just like, that just blows me away that we're able to have this. As we got a different kicker. I don't think that is Hunt. That is 60. Number 60 there for us. I'm sorry. I'm trying to look real quick because we got that. That's going to be Brendan Sears going to be kicking the ball.
Yeah, I seen him warming up just a little bit earlier.
Maybe giving Hunt a little bit. He's going to pooch it over to this side. It's going to be caught and dropped. There you go.
I think that was a very smart thing on the Generals half there.
Yeah.
Kind of gets him in the middle of the field, gets him a little bit away from that end zone to where they might be able to get a little bit more cushion here.
Ethan Sadler did a great job there. That's what you do in that play. Just cover up the nose of that ball, sir. That's all you do. That's what you I'm nitpicky about special teams. You never want to hear your name called for the wrong reasons on those plays. So centers, like we said, are going to be bringing a lot here. They've got a lot of big bodies here as they're trying to kind of rally here. They're up 21-0 here in the 3rd quarter with 9:30 left on the Eddie Gilstrap Salem Card Show scoreboard. Out wide there, Tyler Miller's pointing. There's a lot of it.
Drop back pass.
Yes, I'm going to say too. A little too quiet over on that side. Nope, it's going to be a handoff to Hall. Hall's going to cut it up the middle. He's got a couple yards. He's going to be up to about the 45-yard line where he is stopped, and that'll be about a 2nd and 3.
It took a really long time for that play to develop.
So when the defensive line is doing that, I know we're subbing some guys in, getting some breathers here. That's where you kind of see that. How do you keep from allowing that? Do you keep going 100 miles an hour, or do you have to kind of
I think that's one of the things that we do really well. We definitely get all of our guys in there to get them enough reps. So it's not one of those things like it's not a guy that's never played before.
Yes.
So he kind of knows the responsibilities.
Lee in deep motion there. He's in a rocket motion. It's going to be a handoff on the inside of Hall. He's going to be cut down by
there's 3 senators there.
3 senators there, and Wyatt Wallace, and that is going to be Clooney, and I believe that was number 72 for the Senators there, and Colin Hasty. Calling his number a lot tonight, the senior. I might have to interview him next week before the Mitchell game if Houchins played as well, so we get him.
One of the things I would love to interview Hayden and kind of see what was going through his head when that play was called with his number.
Yeah.
Especially with that first touchdown and then the second one.
Yes.
And kind of see what was going through his head and what made that work for him.
Zion Stewart on late here to the right side. He barely got set. I don't know. No, he's not on the line.
He's not on the line.
That's what Coach Lowry's arguing.
Ineligible.
So that's going to be over to Muckley with the ball. He's going to get a first down. He's going to be cut down, though, right at about the 50.
Yeah, it's going to come back, though.
Okay, and that's what we kind of got, I think.
Yeah, Coach Lowry talked him into that.
Yeah.
It's the right call, but talked him into it.
Well, when a guy when you come on, Doc, when you come on, you got to be able to.
That's one of the things you
check.
got to check.
You check. You go to your chest and say, I'm on.
Yeah. The big thing now is you stick your arm out, and that gives the referee now, it gives him a chance to say, yeah, I see you.
Yes.
And that was one of the big things that we struggled with when I was in school was they didn't want to see you.
Yeah.
It was you should have known where to line up.
Yeah.
And especially come sectional time, that's where these kids are going to have to really hone in and get their attention and say, hey, I'm on.
And that's what last week they said one of the officials was calling something really, really tight over there against Eastern. So as you look here is I believe that is still Glover in the backfield as the quarterback. He's going to take the snap. He's going to hand off to Hall. Hall's going to cut up to the right side. He's got some yards. He's got a lot of them. He's going to cut up, and he's going to be dropped at about the 51 for a first down.
So they got the first down on the last play, and then it was called back with a penalty. Now they got it on this one. So.
And that's a play that I think the centers sometimes bite on a lot is that delayed counter.
Yeah,
and that is one that we struggle with. And it's teams like Springs Valley that you see that run it to perfection. You saw Eastern run it a little bit. I don't know how you kind of counteract that because it's kind of you go with the flow and you don't give up on your zone. You don't flow to the wrong side.
Yeah, this is one of those things is we run that offense.
Yes.
So in scout team or these guys, I know some of them play both ways. It's got to be one of those things where they should know to stay home.
Yes.
And every now and then, you're human. You're going to make error.
That's going to be a delayed handoff, and that is going to be dropped there. Number 20.
Ball's out.
Ball's out. Yates. And they're saying
going to call it
calm
down
down
on the ground.
Down on the ground. So
nice job, 25 there, Xander McFeeters.
And Morrow falling on the ball, but they called him down. I was looking for the number there real quick because we've had so many guys out here tonight, and that was Brody Yates. He got a lot of carries early on in the game and kind of disappeared in the backfield there for the Generals. He must have gotten demoted to private. There we go. As they're coming up there, and you'll see Glover, he's going to have a split backfield of Yates and Hall there. Out wide, Muckley there. I'd watch.
I think this is going to be one of those things where you're going to see a linebacker blitz right here, and you're going to try to stop that run.
There you go. It's going to be Hall going that way. Armstrong's got to fight it off. He comes across the line, and right there is
going to be a
nice
hold in
right
the backfield.
Morrow too, out in the open.
Yes, great tackle there, and great play by Armstrong, who comes up and makes the hit, but then takes the pursuit angle straight to the
pushes him straight to the sideline.
Yes,
and that's what we were talking about earlier. You get that one step backwards, it gives everybody else time to adjust.
Mm-hmm. And that's the game. It's if you have people moving east-west instead of north and south in the game of football, it's a miracle. It is very hard. It's flashy when you get east-west, but you expend so many yards. Ethan Roberts, a great running back I coached when he was in junior high. I told him, I said, those counters and sweeps aren't going to work for you. You're going to have to learn to run inside, north-south. I said through the 2 and the 4 hole, straight up through there.
Yeah, that's a lot of things. A lot of these people watching, they don't realize that it takes a lot of energy to run from one side of the field to the other.
Yes.
And then not to mention you got to run north-south to get anywhere.
As here, it's going to be a delayed handoff. That's going to be Hall. He's going to be snuffed in the backfield as we've got
all kinds of flags.
4 penalties flags on the
that's
ground.
a lot of holding there. I can see it. A lot of red jerseys.
So the back judge is the only one without a flag not thrown on this play, if I'm not mistaken. And that's because he is standing on the 30-yard line. So let's see what we have.
Take a pretty good arm to throw it. What is that, 35 yards?
Yeah.
I guess
hold.
It's going to be one of those things, if you're going to do it, you might as well all do it. You're only going back one for one person.
The Senators declined to get the change it down.
Yeah, so it's going to be third down.
Third and about Campbellsburg, as we said there. At least Mount Tabor. So they're going to be trying to do that. And I tell you what, Jack Armstrong has done a great job over on this end all night, just pounding there. And you'll see on the other side, number 72 there, Colin Hasty doing a great job.
Yeah, I love how he's sealing this off.
There you go. And Yates is
there
going right there.
Nice job.
Great job. When you've got 3 guys, a guy hitting low, a guy hitting high, and a high there. That is Miller. That was Rolo. I think Hasty and
Jack Armstrong closes that end off.
Yes.
He goes down to the ground and makes them run over the top of him. Jack playing that defensive end, probably undersized for the defensive end, but is in the right spot.
I think some of that is because of our team. They're so agile and so quick. He can keep that distance where that guy can't get his hands on him, but he makes him have to stay in front of him and is able to close that hole when he sees that running back look to go north-south.
Chastain right here, he's going to have to contain Lee as he's going to be the gunner going back. Oh, they're going to they went for a direct snap.
I think that was one of those plays as they were trying to run something up the sleeve there. And
Muckley was
quite able to.
mucking it up there in the middle, and that goes.
Yeah, that was not. They were trying to run some trick plays there, and nothing going but for the Senators.
That's where they look down 21-0 here. They have to do that, and I think the Senators are going to do that. I do like the approach we took last one, the sweeps, and then the sweep led right open for the dump to Tyler Miller. The closest thing we really have to a tight end. We were bringing that up. How we wish everybody wishes they had a Gronk. I mean, everybody. It's so much easier if you do it.
It's a lot easier when you got that 6'4" guy.
Yeah. So, and he's kind of coming out of the backfield here. As Collier will be right behind.
You got Colton Brown out
here. Oh, it's going to be an
right
pass.
inside.
Oh, look at this. All time of day. It's going to be a ball.
Going deep.
It's going to be in the end zone for a touchdown. Colton Brown. Wow. On a ball that kind of went every which way but straight, but then recalibrated. And Colton Brown with his first varsity touchdown catches it on a line drive, a wobbler over the head of the defender.
Yeah, that was number 2 for them out on this side.
That was that was
number 1 is who they're playing.
Yeah, that was Elijah Winburn who got that there. Great play call because they saw something. I tell you, they've slept on Colton Brown probably because they've number 4 is not going to beat us. Number 4 is not going to beat us. Number 4 is not going to beat us. So it is 27-0 here with 4:54 left in the third quarter, and it is becoming a rout here in Campbellsburg for the Senators. And they are going to be hugs all around there as that goes, and that's going to go. Oh, just shy.
There wasn't any roughing the kicker there.
No, yeah.
He didn't go down.
No. you kind of do that. And I believe that was not Hunt. That was
number 60.
Yeah, that was number 60 there, Sears, with that kick.
Yeah.
And he was coming on, and that's why the went kind of straight up. And that's where you don't have to flop there Martin Grammatica style or whatever, but you do that. But lots of action here as we're in this quarter. We do want to thank, I want to run through all of our sponsors so that we can do that. Of course, we talk about our pregame show with Mr. Jamie Sullivan, Raymond James Financial. Appreciate that. I think that's like 3 years running we've had that. Jamie's great. Talked to him, my former freshman basketball coach there, Jamie Sullivan. So,
Washington County Community Foundation, along with Ryan Batt with United Producers, Gilstrap Motors, Lynx Clothing and Shoes there on the square, Michael Long Insurance, the Substance Abuse Council of Washington County, and Busick Mechanical Services, which is our post-game sponsor.
Yes, and thank our scoreboard sponsors there, Eddie Gilstrap Motors, Salem Card Show. Make sure you come out October 26th.
Somebody doesn't know the date.
My date, my brain no work now. It is the 26th, yes, and that's going to be our big show out there. So thank you, Mr. McFeeters, for helping me, give me a couple extra seconds there to do that. As we got another guy coming in for us, number 9 there. Lots of subs as we kind of go through our.
Well, if you're looking for number 9 on our roster, it's not there.
Oh man, I like that. I like that. Somebody has forgotten their uniform. That's all good. So as we look here, and Sears is going to get another kickoff chance, so he's going to come up and he's going to boot it, and it's a high. I like that. It's going to drop.
I like that.
It's going to drop down.
Ball's on the
Center's
ground.
got it. Center's got it.
It's still
Center's
fumbling
got
around.
it. Center's got it. I'm going to call it. I like calling it.
Yeah, they got it.
I'm going to call it. Center's ball, yeah.
Number 22 on the recovery there.
That is Colton Brown.
James and Collier.
James Collier.
Yeah, James and Collier comes down and pulls that one away.
And that's what you do on a play like that. You just go.
Like I told you, I think I really like to see a different half here. That they're rallying around each other.
Yeah.
And I think these boys are actually starting to play, and I think they've got their eyes on the end zone and around each other now.
It is crazy when you look at what happened in the first half to how the adjustments offensively they've made which is good. I mean, we've seen so many dropbacks and so many great motion plays as we go. Oh, we got guys going over, but Collier, what a great play there.
Yeah, right up the middle.
Right up the middle.
He's going to get about a gain of 6 there.
He had the defense standing up and then just gets about a 6-yard gain to start off this drive, and that's what you want on a first down.
Looks like we got a general down.
Yep, and they're going to be back up Muckley. He's playing both
Muckley,
ways.
he's playing both ways, and a lot of carries on one side.
Yeah, and he just got that wind knocked out of him there, and now he's looking like he's cramping. We talked about it. There it comes.
Yeah, we had a senator laying down here on the sideline just a few minutes ago, cramping up here. And
it,
had the athletic trainer.
And I don't
here
think
checking
on a day like today, it doesn't matter how much
No.
water, how much
Nope.
potassium.
Yeah.
Now, if this was 1984 and Coach Art Sanders out here, he's probably trying to give you salt packets to get you to quit cramping, but that was what they did back in the day.
Didn't have that fancy stick they have now.
They don't. They don't. That stick, yeah.
Yeah, that stick will get rid of those cramps real quick.
Fast.
We were sharing a lot of stories about the 84 team up here, so one of these days I'm going to try to get around and do a documentary on all the teams. I want to get all these guys and interview them because there's some great stories. Here's the snap. It's going to be Collier again over the middle, and he holds on to it. I don't think he had a good grip on it. Oh, no.
That's 23.
That is 23.
That's Colton Brown out of the backfield.
So that must have been the pitch man then.
Yep.
It got me confused, and that's going to be a first.
You called Jameson up the middle, and I'm like, wait, Colton has the ball.
Oh, we got a timeout for the – okay, so the cramper. Okay, so that's why I got worried, the man in the white hat. And I'll tell you, Hunter, a true story. I'll never forget being in Franklin Simpson, Kentucky, and we had it – our quarterback was so deceptive with the ball. We had 2 touchdowns that were called back because they called the play dead. These officials were not varsity quality, and they saw our quarterback get tackled. He comes up, he's like, I don't have the ball. Our guy was in the end zone, and they'd blown the play dead. We had 2 touchdowns, and we had a huge swing of that, and I'll never forget that. Thomas Washington, God rest his soul, good kid for me down there. He was so deceptive with the ball. And I was like, you're a magician. Siegfried and Roy was what I always called him because he could always just make things disappear.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. I can remember I think it was 2013. It was on special teams. John Brennan, down here on this far right-hand corner, it was during sectionals. We kicked a punt. Well, they said that one of the defensive players had tipped the ball, and it lands down here. Well, he could have swore that he heard him call it dead. Well, he just picks the ball up, goes to hand it to the official, and one of their players, the official is standing there, and as he goes to drop it, he just drops it. Well, one of their players just picks it up and walks all the way down and scores a touchdown off of it.
Oh, my gosh.
Because he had no idea that he could have just took and walked right in the end zone and been a touchdown.
Oh, my gosh.
One score out there that I just got, Scottsburg trailing 7-14 to North Harrison there at Scottsburg. So,
and that MSC's all over the place. I think that's one thing we'll
yeah.
see. The Paoli Corden score, I had not seen an update on that.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet either. I'm scrolling.
Alan Stewart, my friend, if you're out there covering games, you're always good. They're on Elon Musk. It's kind of hard now. A lot of guys have left on Elon Musk. So my old stomping grounds. I love Friday nights. I don't know if you guys do. I mean, even when I hate when we're not playing because I'm sitting there scrolling on and watching it, and there's no place I'd rather be on Friday nights.
You know, I love it too. That's part of the reason I come back and started doing this is, you know, in my household, Friday nights we do high school football. Saturday nights we do college. Sunday we do NFL.
Yes, and we're almost to the most wonderful time of the year.
Yes, it is.
The Holy Trinity is. We're going to have a handoff there up the middle. No, it's going to be It's going to be the pitch out to wide to Dennis. Dennis cuts up the middle. He's got it for a touchdown. That's how you run it right there. Now he was looking and got it. So.
Good deal.
Good deal.
Yeah, great run there by Isaiah Dennis.
You know, that was executed really, really well. That's what I like to see from the Senators here. There was no mishandling of the ball. Everybody knew where they were. They ran the right thing, and that it ended up in a touchdown.
And that's a 33-0. Thank you, Farmer Dan down there with some great sideline work.
Yeah.
We were giving him tips. We're going to get him a headset somehow and talk to him during the game. We're going to figure that out. Get that and giving him some ideas. He does a great job down there, and it's just, hey, I love doing that. When I used to follow him around before I did this, and that was great.
Yeah, he's going right behind, so you're getting that great view
right there. Here's the kick. It's going to be good. Nope, it's going to tail on us. I liked it from the start, but then it just tailed off.
Yeah, just tailed away. So Senators up 33-0.
We're going to step aside for a quick commercial break. You're listening to West Washington Live Station on WWSR.
Expertise, resources, commitment. At Sullivan Financial, we offer a team approach to financial planning, offering you a broader scope of expertise than you will likely find in any one person. Clients are our main priority, which is why we work to understand your unique circumstances and ultimately create a distinctive plan that provides a roadmap for your financial journey. Located in Mitchell, Indiana, they can be reached at 812-849-2670. That's 812-849-2670.
Welcome back to Art Sanders Field here on West Washington Livestream simulcast on WWSR. I'm Brad Mills alongside Ethan Doc Holliday and Mr. Craig Akers, along with Farmer Dan on the sideline sitting there doing some great work for us, getting a lot of these shots here as the Senators are rolling here 33-0 with 4:08 left in the third quarter, and this game has taken a long time to play.
Yeah.
As we got a lot of Senators up there, a lot of new guys getting in. The officials get everybody set here, and Clarksville's just trying to return this.
Yeah, you know, I think it's one of the things is they're starting to get gas.
Sears does it again. He's going to throw it that way, and number 4 falls on it there for Clarksville. That's what you do. You know, you see there. And
catch it and get down.
And you're not going to give that to Lee back there, so that's going to be Clay. He's going to fall on it. And a lot of young players we talked about.
Yeah,
to where that's your first time touching the ball.
You know, and I know what it feels like to be Lee standing back there. I was one of those 3 that was back there. It's very, very frustrating when they don't kick you the ball because you know you can do something with it, but it's just one of those things that's out of your control.
Yeah. It's one of the few times that the defense kind of gets to control what the offense does.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, in the game of baseball, the defense, that's what makes the game of baseball so beautiful.
Yes.
The defense is the one who controls what the offense does.
Exactly.
So here we go as the Senators are going to be throwing up a lot of guys. They've got some big bodies there in the middle of Clooney and Rollo. They're just doing their job right there, clogging up that A and B gap. There's the snap by Glover. It's going to be handoff to Hall. He's going to do a cut. He's going to be pulled down right there by Clooney. And that's a great cut he makes. He kind of cuts back.
It's going to be about a gain of 7.
Yeah, and he's ran the ball real hard. And I kind of wish that they'd kind of maybe included him a little earlier. They didn't as much. They were trying to. And you know, we bring up Lee. I wonder what they went with that package with Lee earlier at quarterback. I don't know why they don't maybe throw him in there and see what happens, and maybe they just don't have the.
You know, we stand here and we talk about Lee a little bit. It looks like he's slowing down himself
Yeah,
a little bit
he is too. Yeah.
You know, and I know that
That
the scoreboard doesn't help a whole lot, but you know this is one of those things you got to kind of keep your head down and grind all the way through.
Oh, great motion there by Clooney. He's going to come, but it's going to be to the backside there. They went right to the right hole there, and that's where they're going to run that. That's going to be Brody Yates, the ball carrier, who's going to get the Generals a first down. And that's where Clooney shifted over to the left side there.
Yeah.
Well, he was getting direction from one of the Senator coaches. They were not happy with where he was lined up, so they made him shift.
I don't think they really looked for the ball to come to the short side of the field there.
If I'm Brody Yates and I see Clooney go to the left side of the field, I'm going to the right. I'm going to the other side.
Yeah.
I'm just like. I've been blessed over years that I've had smart enough quarterbacks that can make those calls, and
make that adjustment.
I appreciate it. And look here, we've got Zion Stewart making sure he's on this time. He's over here by us, and there's going to be a handoff to Hall. He's going to be hitting the backfield there by Wyatt Wallace.
Yep,
and
that's
drug down
Wyatt Wallace.
Right on the
that.
eye of Senator Sam. Senator Sam getting a lot of use here over these next few weeks. We got another home game next week.
Yeah.
What's our schedule looking like, our broadcast schedule next week? There,
oh,
Mr.
man.
You're we got
we're here Friday for sure.
We're off Monday.
We're off Monday. I think Tuesday, girls volleyball is away, but I think Thursday they're at home.
Oh, yeah.
So I think I may be wrong on that. So we've got one volleyball game, one football game. But then the following week, there are 3 girls volleyball games at home.
Wow.
Along with a junior high. And
it's going to be a handoff to Hall. He's going to go up the middle. He's going to be dropped, but, he keeps fighting. Man, he's going to get about a 4-yard gain there. And that's wrapped up finally by, looks like, Tristan Brown there, number 51.
You know, you said something about what's our schedule look like. I put a link out there on our Facebook page that you can subscribe to our calendar, and that has all of the events that we're going to do, along with the links to them. So you can click on in the description, click on the link. It links both when we're on both WWSR and live stream. It's got both links in there. If we're just on the radio, it's got the link to that.
I appreciate that. I'm gonna do that when I make those posts now. I'm making those posts on Thursday night.
Yeah.
Trying to get out there. We've tried to flood your meta stream there. As Glover's going to hand it off to Yates. Yates is going to make a cutback. He is still up, running hard as Wyatt Wallace drags him down there.
33. Trekker Suvak was there, but went over the top of him. Wasn't able to bring him down. So
23 there for us. I saw Braden Leap in there, and I saw Colton Brown making
Colton
some
Brown also.
This is going to be a 4th down, and they may punt this away. I would say they're not.
They're moving off the field.
They're moving off the field. So you see this. There's a lot of guys, but with whiter, cleaner jerseys out there.
It looks like they have about 8 guys out
there.
there.
There's not enough people on the field.
They're out there counting right now.
They're counting is number 5, Josh Hall, runs on.
They say, hey, we're short guys.
Number 80, Connor.
You know, we're down to 7 seconds here. Are they going to be able to get this ball off?
Connor Caffey, nope.
I still don't think they got enough.
They're going to burn a timeout.
They had 11 at the last moment. I believe. Let's see, you got 9 or 11?
I've got 10.
You got
when
10.
I count them, there's 10 out there.
You know what?
So they're still short.
I was counting 74.
74 is walking out there.
He's like, oh, no.
To the huddle right now. He's the one that caused that timeout. And it's just a long game.
It is.
He's played offensive line and defensive line for the whole game. He's been out there every snap, along with playing special teams.
And that's what, we had 12 players our first week making their first varsity start. And that's what Coach Hansel was telling me about his crew was he had so many young kids, like one guy who's ever started defensive and offensive line.
Yeah.
And that was Gonzalez. And we haven't got to call his name a lot tonight. He did point him out for us. I believe it was Christian Gonzalez, number 56. And he said that he was just one of the few that was out there on, as kind of a captain for him. And so that's what we see is a lot of guys moving around for the Generals here. I don't know if they would try something here. They're going to try to probably punt this. And Sam Moreland back there. 38 seconds left here in the third quarter. It's a high snap. Moreland gets it.
Ooh, almost got
almost there. And that's going to drop, and that's going to be picked up.
He's going to pick it up.
He's going to pick it up. He might get cut. No, he's got the wide side of the field. He's going to cut up
come
the middle.
on, guys. I need you to help block.
And he falls.
Nice run there by Hayden. Gets it back to the original line of scrimmage. So
a lot of Senators standing there looking at him like, are you just going to let that sit there? And he just picks it up and takes off.
23 yards down the field. So About 23-yard gain after he picks it up. Not bad there, as the Senators are going to have a play here with 26.3 seconds left. And
going to be a false start on the Generals.
And we're going to decline that.
Yeah, going to decline
that and just take it. So they've got that. So the Senators are going to. Is it going to be tacked on?
Oh, I guess it is.
I guess it is. I'm sorry. I need to learn the rules more. That's why I don't wear the zebras.
Well, I didn't think that got tacked on, but apparently it does.
Apparently it does. I guess if you accept that. And Farmer Dan's going up and down the sidelines there on that sideline cam, getting some great shots for us. I finally get to see. I get to peek over here, Mr.
Who's that first down?
Oh, the Aaron Shockey Farm Bureau Insurance first down. Aaron, we appreciate you. We'll keep trying that. Hopefully we got a lot of them here. We scored a lot quick here.
Yeah.
A couple guys differently in the backfield there. It looks like
a little bit of a different formation.
Yeah, formation too. Yeah, they're stacking in some twins to the right side there. It's going to be an inside handoff. No, it's going to be Kip. It's going to be a pitch. Outside of Dennis. Dennis cuts it back inside. Takes it down to the 40. He's still on his feet at the 30. He's at the 20. He's going to cut it up the middle. He's got one man to beat. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Senators.
That's a big play there. It sounds like to me, and it looks like to me, that they had a good talk there on halftime about that.
So that was big, and there they go. And so Dennis goes in, and he was boot scooting, and that winds up being a huge play as it goes from the 48-yard touchdown.
And this is where you get into the rule of the mercy rule. So it's going to have a running clock in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. And they're
going to kick this extra point, but it's still a running clock because of the 35-point differential.
As the Senators are rolling, it's a great way to get going. After a horrible start there, they've come alive. They've been but not breaking. That one's just, man, I tell you.
No good.
That's all right, and that's what you work on, and that's what, if you got a chance to do it, now you come around, you try to, just make some adjustments here. So the Senators appear to be cruising here as they've, man, I tell you what are some great plays. That's when you see a tired defensive line having to catch up with somebody quick.
Well, we talked about it a little bit last week, too. We graduated a lot of seniors last year, and we had a lot of guys last week who were in their first varsity action, not really getting a whole lot of playing time in the previous years. So now they're stepping up into that role, first real varsity Friday night, and Eastern came in and really kind of put it to the Senators, and the Senators had the opportunities. They just couldn't hold on to the ball. They put the ball on the ground 5 times. That makes a huge difference. Tonight they started off the first quarter putting the ball on the ground, but they've really cleaned it up since that first quarter.
That was something that I talked to the coaching staff about. They're like, what if we had put that first score in? That first
total
drive,
game changer.
Total game changer when you have that. And you have a team, and that's the difference when you play a team that's so senior-laden, like that Eastern team last week, compared to this team that we talked about.
They're mostly sophomores.
And that's what Clarksville, they have 70 kids. They have a lot in their program there. And, unfortunately in the system, we have today where kids transfer whatever, you never know what, and Clarksville's looking for somebody to keep them. And Coach Hansel's a very nice young man. I talked to him. He's from Hamilton Southeastern staff. He's been there for a while, so he's hungry to build a program.
That's a good program to be a part of. If you're looking for a program, Hamilton Southeastern's a good one.
Here we got Sears with the kick, and he has just pooched it and dodged it, and they are keeping it away from everybody. I like this formation. They're going to kick it. It's going to go up. It's going to drop. It's going to get off the hands.
Ball's
down. Lee's going to pick it up, and he's going to get rolled up. Wyatt Wallace on a great coverage.
Man, he is having a great game tonight.
We have called Wyatt Wallace's name a ton, and he's just all over the place.
And that's what you do on special teams. You do it on those when you can set back. If you're telling me if you're a linebacker or you're playing a defensive line and you've got Rolo and Clooney that can just clog up something.
Yeah,
I'll take
it's coming to you.
I'll take those scraps. You're still eating prime rib. It
may not be a tomahawk, but it's still good.
It's still good. You're getting it. And they've gotten a lot. They've subbed some guys in as we got Tristan Brown coming off. Hopefully we get everybody. That's when you get to this point. You try to sub guys in. That's the only thing that gets me is you got to watch who knows their.
Yeah, make sure you've got enough guys out there subbing guys in.
It's Hayden's back deep. We got Isaiah Dennis over here, and we got Colton Brown on the other side, wide side of the field towards us here. They're going to try to run it up the field, and they're going to.
That was a nice spin move there.
It was. I was able to, one thing we've been able to get a lot of tape, and I've been watching some teams. It is funny at the high school level when you see how much spin and misdirection is used in offenses.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it's one of those things that all these guys they look at everybody above them and they learn from it. it's one of those things that I know they work on footwork all the time because that's what makes you faster.
It is. It's a battle that you have, and it puts you in. We talk about opportunity and preparation. That's where success happens. And if you're doing those things over and over again, that's what it takes.
I look for the Senators to bring a lot of younger guys in here just to be able to give them the freshness.
Yeah,
that's one of the
That's a
benefits
great
of that.
gang tackle there in the backfield as the Senators come through. That's Wyatt Wallace again. That's Clooney back there with a tackle for loss, and Wyatt has came up big, big tonight. As we say here, 9:57.
If we see defense like this all year long, I look for these guys to in week 10.
Yeah,
us be saying some different things.
That's where we get to. That's where we want to get to. We want to get to week 10. You want to be at your best ball by week 10, irregardless of what's going on in your record or who you've lost to or won to. The greatest thing about the IHSA is you play teams in your division when you get there, and so that's key. So as they sit here, this is going to be a quick snap by the – oh, my goodness, look at that play by – 72, Colin Hasty almost had him in the backfield, and I kind of jinxed him. He had him dead to rights.
Had him but couldn't bring him down.
Yeah, he had that red, and that's where
that right there just kind of tells you how tired these guys really are out there.
Yeah,
our guys are in the backfield before they can even get the ball.
And they're going to be punting as we're going to put in a whole slew of we're going to get our team out there. I don't think Clarksville is really going to push it to hurry up, but they're going to have a fresh, and this is where make sure we've got 11. We talked about that a second ago. We have nowhere close to 11 players on the field. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go.
There comes one.
Yeah. Tristan Brown running on late.
He's going to be running on late.
Ball's away.
Ball's away. We got a flag.
What are we
doing?
False start.
Was it a false start on Clarksville? Oh,
yeah.
My goodness. And Sultan Bousman gives Morrow a quick one there as they were going after. That's and that's
this is one of those things you almost just go ahead and just let the ball go, let it fall dead, and then just start fresh.
Hayden just had to run it from the 45-yard line all the way up to the official, so then the official could do that. I give Hayden a hard time because he's left-handed. I don't know that I can ever handle watching a left-handed quarterback. It just looks.
It's one of those things that it's a very high demand.
It is. Oh my gosh, that guy was all the way off as the Senators are in the backfield there. Oh my goodness, there was all kinds of. There was a young man who was just 5 yards off. He didn't even know the snap count. So.
Well, here's what's interesting. They've false started twice, and it's run 2 minutes off of the play clock.
That's if you're not sitting there, 39-0. Senators up on Clarksville here with 7:37 on a running clock. Farmer Dan right there on the.
This is one of those things that this special teams could capitalize on this and block this punt, and it'd be a totally game changer.
Oh, great kick! That's the first big one they've had all night, and that's a good kick because he's going to put them out to about the 49-yard line there.
You saved yourself. I thought you were going to say 51.
I can't say that. No, we're going to stay at the 49 and a half.
This is one of those things that let's get some fresh younger guys in here to run some offense. That way they can start learning it and be able to execute it. That way we're fresh all the way through the season.
Yeah, and I think we might see that sooner rather than later. McFeeters comes off. He hasn't gotten to carry tonight. Some of these guys will be getting. We see a whole crew. Jen Tankersley getting a talking to from Coach Lowry. I think you may be right. They may give a curtain call here, a play, and then give get those guys off. They're getting them over here and getting them ready. They're telling them to.
Yeah, get your helmets on. You better be standing here because you're going in.
Yep. As the Senators are getting all there. This is going to be a quick play. That's going to be
ball's loose.
Ball's loose. Hall comes up with it. I don't know how it came loose, but it
was stripped from his hands.
Yeah, as he was trying to get more yards, it was taken away.
So with 6:14, the Generals get it right back. So that's where you hold the ball, and that's when when somebody's tired, they're going to try to strip it more than drill you.
Yep. Yeah. I think one of the big things for them, and I think going into this is their biggest goal is let's get on the board. Let's show these guys that we're not we're not just a young team that doesn't really know.
Yeah, they got shut out last week on a long
Yeah.
trip to Gibson. To Pike Central. I keep trying to create a school there. Gibson Central. It's close. I mean, it's
it's right there.
Yes, Mr. John Quick, my advisor for my master's, he was a Pike Central grad, former superintendent up at Bartholomew County Schools. Great guy, proud Pike Central Charger. Want to make sure I didn't do that, so he's a great man. As we got the snap here to Glover, he's got a back in the field. That's Yates, but Yates with a great. Oh, he's going to scoot and boot, and he's going to get out to about the 45-yard line before he's taken down. He's just falling behind, falling behind some guys, and he's a guy who's little and can get lost. He is not 5'9". I'm sorry.
No, he's not.
I'm 5'9". He is not 5'9". And so we look at that. He is like Doug Martin-ish. I don't even know if that rings a bell with you there, Doc Holliday. You remember Doc Martin? Doug Martin, he was like they called him the super hamster for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yep.
Fantasy football legend.
I can't say that I can.
You don't remember Doug Martin?
No, I don't.
I feel so old.
It is one of those things. I am the youngest guy up here.
I know. We got to. Oh, what a play by Yates! He keeps going, and he's shaking and baking. He's going to get a first down here with 4:28. And so those young guys for the Senators may not get on the field here if they defense can't get a stop. And I know Coach
we got some fresh guys up on our
Zach
front line,
McCutcheon
too.
out there. Those of you at home, you see this big white blob on him. That's his hand. It is all wrapped up.
It's all wrapped up. He hurt that during camp, I believe.
Yeah.
And so he's getting out there. And number 76 there for the Senators.
That's Isaiah Webb.
Isaiah Webb out there. So we got some younger guys getting them some varsity time here. So they've just got to fight through and, fill your holes. They'll be fine. Split backfield. Glover's going to hand off it up the middle. It's going to be to Yates. He's going to get a couple before he's dropped right at the 35-yard line for about a 4-yard gain, I believe.
4-yard gain?
Yeah.
If they've been able to get 4-yard gains like this all night long, I think we'd be talking about something a little bit different.
And it would have been reminiscent of the first time we played each other here with Lamar, where it was like a back and forth. And that was a game where we talked about and that was a game where a lot of young kids had to step up there.
Well, the big difference on defense right now is 62 for us is standing on the sideline.
As that's going to be to the outside there. That's number 80. And he's going to be lit up. That was Connor Caffey, and he is hit by Sears and
Tyler Miller.
Tyler Miller there, kind of senior coming in. He's going to be coming out now.
I think he was replacing number 40 for them.
Yeah, he was.
That went out earlier.
Yes, Muckley.
Yeah.
So now Tyler Miller gets his curtain call as he comes out, and number 5 comes in for that's
Charlie
Armstrong. They're wearing the family number 5 there of Mason.
Yeah, Mason.
And we talked about that. We didn't know if players, as they grow, and we talked about how we didn't know Mason was going to be the player he was his senior year.
I don't think anybody knew he was going to.
I would have loved to run behind that offensive line, though.
Yeah, yeah.
As we go here, it's going to be the snap. That's Yates to the outside. Stay home. Good form tackle, and look at that. Leap.
Aiden Morrow.
Leap, and that was Armstrong. Number
in.
18, Brandon Alt.
That's a bunch of them in there.
That's good. And
those were all defensive backs, too.
They were.
I used to kid with Mason about he should move to Perry Central because he had, I believe it was 9 touchdowns at Perry Central that year.
Yep.
Between the 2 games that we played there, he only had 3 in all of the other games. He had 9 in 2 games at Perry Central.
He did have the greatest rumble and stumbling against Paley that was ever, in my opinion. That was a great run. He did a great job filling in for Bobby Stevens that year when Bobby broke his leg, and we had to kind of reinvent the offense overnight. And we got there was a guy lined up in the neutral zone for them. I was encroachment on that. Okay, yeah.
No, I think it was on that.
That was on, I was going to say. I saw encroachment there. Yeah, they went with the flying V there, and it was more of a W.
A Mighty Ducks reference there.
There you go, Gold. I got you, Goldberg. You're good. 1:17 left here, and it looks like
get the knuckle puck.
Knuckle puck there. Keenan Thompson's debut. Here you go. And that's going to be, Charlie Conway couldn't save him there, but Charlie Armstrong sure did.
Yeah,
he came in.
That's one thing that I can say our defense is doing a really good job. They're sealing that edge up and really just been able to kind of stop that outside
It's going to be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, Senator's going to come out.
Take a knee and then go home. So make sure you stick around. We do have the Busick Mechanical Services post-game show. Man, I need to write
just a little bit of a mouthful.
Just a little bit of a mouthful there. Kind of like the ribeyes on the grill here.
Oh, yeah. Did you get a ribeye tonight?
I didn't. You know, we're working.
I was too wrapped up in those tacos today that I didn't even get one.
I had tacos, and I don't like walking that far. I park right out here and walk right out.
No, that's the first stop you make. You always go that way and then walk this way.
It's a lot of walking. I do a lot of walking around this place.
Well, if you catch it just right, you always catch Darren coming by and you jump in the gator with him.
Oh, there you go. 17 seconds left. I don't know that we'll get this off. I think we are going to take a knee there as the Senators go in tight. And that is going to do it. And for the first time this season, they're going to pick up a win, 39-0. A lot of ups and downs. We'll be back with the Busick Mechanical Services post-game show.
Are you looking for a great HVAC person that's also local? Somebody who's from here in Southern Indiana? Then look no further than Mike Busick and Busick Mechanical Services, located in Paoli, Indiana. They offer a wide variety of services, including not only maintenance, but repairs on all of your heating and cooling needs. Got an ice maker on the fritz? They can help you with that. How about a commercial chiller or freezer? They've got your back. Is your boiler on the fritz? They can help you with that too. They even work on outdoor furnaces. Best of all, they're located right here in Paoli, Indiana. Give Mike a call at 812-498-1736. Don't worry, Mike Busick knows every aspect of the HVAC maintenance inside and out. Mike is a problem solver and can get all your equipment up and running like new. Whether it's summer or winter, then Mike is your guy. Busick Mechanical Services, HVAC done right, Paoli, Indiana.
812-498-1736.
Back to live action here at Art Sanders Field, where the Senators are victorious tonight, 39-0 over Clarksville. Just a great game by the Senators overall.
Big second half there, taking in a 14-0 lead at halftime, I believe, and then coming out and overcoming a lot of turnovers early. The W flag is flying here on Art Sanders Field. It's always good, especially on a night where we honor the 1984 PLAC champion teams.
Yep.
Big time on defense to get a shutout. I don't care. Any week you get a defensive shutout, it's a good week.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's one of those that Clarksville hasn't been able to score a touchdown yet this year. Their time is coming. They're young.
Oh, yes.
They've got a lot of talent there in the younger grades. They've just got to, progress through the growing pains there of what is high school football.
I think you're exactly right on that, Craig. Brad, there with your interview, their coach said that a lot of these guys, this is maybe their first time out in a couple years. It might be their first time out ever. It's one of those things that this is a very, very big growing program. I know that they've had some low numbers in the past, and I love to see more and more kids always coming out to play football and get underneath Friday Night Lights, because it is more than just a game. I know it's a building thing as far as when you move forward in life after high school.
And that's what Coach Hansel from Clarksville talked about, developing young men. They talked about their cell phone policy on a long ride, no cell phones on the way to Pike Central, and then, they probably did the same here tonight. And they've got nothing to hang their heads about. They're going to have a lot of competitive games this year. This team went 1-9 last year. They've got a lot of winnable games they go on their schedule. Just as Senators, I believe, have a lot of winnable games on their schedule. Looking at next week, we've got Mitchell, a team that we can open up conference play with, that we've had a lot of success against. And it's going to have to be kind of how we ended this game. We don't want to start that game like we started it.
We all know Mitchell. They're going to bring it out. They're going to ground and pound.
Yes.
They're going to eat that clock. If we come out like we did the first half of this go-around, they're going to eat it all up, even some after halftime.
Yes, and that's what's going to be up to the Senators. They're going to have a very, very tough, holding on to the ball. Whatever worked during halftime worked. The Senators got a lot going on. There's a lot of good things here. A lot of sours. We talked about our sweet and sours. We talked about that last week. Sours for me this week was probably just that how we started came out flat. But a lot of the sweet was we adjusted. We adjusted and we made cuts, and we seen that. We saw a lot of young men get their first big taste of varsity football tonight. Isaiah Dennis, Colton Brown, Hayden Morrow adding on to his, he's a deep threat. And good job by the quarterback, Gavin Hunt. And, hey, let's give our offensive line a big – we didn't call their name a lot, but our offensive line, defensive line definitely did some damage tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You know, my suite of tonight, you know, the Senators get their first one of the year. That's always the suite that comes. The sour, you know, just like you said, that first quarter, you know, not taking care of the ball, how, you know, all the coaching staff wants them to take care of it. You know, you're not going to win games putting the ball on the ground multiple times. It just doesn't happen with the PLAC schedule that you play. You've got to protect the ball. You know, and the Senators went in at halftime and cleaned that all up. You know, we're able to get that taken care of, and it's a completely different team that second half.
Mm-hmm. And Coach Holiday, Doc Holiday, there you go.
You know, I love doing this sweet and sour. The sweet for me, obviously, yeah, we come away with a win, but one of my biggest sweet things is, you know, we didn't really talk about it a whole lot during the game, but these guys all executed and played a clean game. I don't think there was any holding on our half.
No.
There wasn't any personal fouls. There was nothing like that. I seen really good sportsmanship out there tonight, and I think a lot of this is we're kind of through those first 48 minutes, and we've kind of got into where we're starting to settle in. You know, it's one of those things that this team is a young team, and they're able to grow, and they've got heck, I think most of them have two more years.
Yeah.
2 more years. And I can't wait to see where this group leads us in 2 years. And obviously the sour, that first half, I think it was one of those things is, you know, it's only the second night out, you know, and it was hot. You know, everybody was drained. I think one of the big things that they were able to do was kind of get that out of their head and move back to where they are when they're practicing, you know, get through everything. And then another sour I would say was, you know, it's always a challenge, but I think these guys also did a really, really good job of rallying back around each other.
Yes, you brought that up in the body language. The camaraderie was really there. You saw guys, you know, continually do that. It didn't matter who. Next man up, let's go. It doesn't matter. And if you get a lot more we's than eyes on a team, then you're going to succeed.
Yep.
And tonight the Senators did that. You know, they go into a little bit of a Labor Day weekend here. They're going to have that, and then they're going to come back. I think they probably will do something on Monday, probably at least.
A lot of times they do. I know going through, a lot of times it's just maybe like a film on Monday when a holiday comes through. And it's mostly normally those varsity guys, because I don't know if we're going to be – I don't think these guys have a JV team, so they'll have a week off as well. To move forward, and everybody will be fresh going into that Mitchell game.
And that's going to be a big as we start the PLAC here. So here on the Busick Mechanical Services postgame show, we've had a lot. We'll be back here next week. Great second half, like we said, by the Senators. They bent but never broke. It was something that we see. You know, it's kind of a little mental fortitude that it takes to play this game. And it also takes that, you know, we sit here. I can say that I sat here with Mr. Matthew Deaton during a regional game. I know Mr. Akers was watching that too, against North Decatur, where we bend but we didn't break, and we came back and won that game. And so you see that time and time again. We saw it against a lot of big games, big time, big players. You know, here it wound up being a landslide because you kind of have that more experience, and that's what it shows. So Senators are going to be moving on next week, start PLAC play right here at Art Sanders Field. We'll be back live. I believe 6:30 is usually when we go on.
Yeah, 6:15 we start the stream. Usually somewhere around 6:20, 6:25 we start our pregame show.
And then we get that going, so make sure you tune in. But as for all of us here on the Busick Mechanical Services postgame show, we appreciate you here listening to West Washington live stream, simulcast on WWSR. We'd like to thank, of course, the Washington County Community Foundation, Jamie Sullivan, Raymond James Financial, Aaron Shockey,
Ryan Batt with United Producers, Eddie Gilstrap Motors, Lynx Clothing and Shoes, Michael Long with American Family, the Washington County Substance Abuse Council, and our post-game sponsor, Busick Mechanical Services.
So we've got a lot going on. May everybody be safe and have a great Labor Day weekend. God bless you guys from all of us here at West Washington Livestream.